Lawyers.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. on Friday, October 2nd. Free Beer Friday. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see sunny skies with a high of 80. Coming up today on Off the Bench, presented by All-Star Toyota, Hunt Palmer of the LSU Sports Radio Network joins us at 7:30. SEC Network analyst Cole Kubik stops by at 8:30. Marlon Favorite joins the show at 9, and the Yacht Father, Jimmy Yacht, Ben Mintz, and Megan Making Money square off in the Degeneration Dome at 9:30. Follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch us live over at the 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. Interact inside the Bayou Ford chat. And make sure to subscribe to the Off the Bench and Off the Bench Overtime YouTube channels. Set your notifications. New content posted there daily. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench starts right now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Off and at it off the bench, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, 100.3 ESPN Radio in New Orleans, 94.7 ESPN Alexandria, always online at 104.5ESPN.com. Good Friday morning to you. Free Beer Friday from our friends, compliments of our friends over at Mockler Beverage. Remember the drill. Get on Mockler Beverage social media sites. Find out what the hashtag is. Give them a like and follow on Facebook, Instagram. Get back over into the Bayou Ford chat app. That's over on YouTube. We're at the 104.5 ESPN station. Jam-packed on this Friday. Tons of college football to talk about. Some good games in the SEC this weekend as Auburn and Georgia. Auburn is not one inside of the hedges. Over 15 years. It's been 15 years since Auburn's won in Athens. We'll talk to Cole Kublik about it. Texas A&M, Jimbo Fisher, at what point do you start to get some return on that $7.5 million paycheck? Maybe this weekend in Tuscaloosa? Maybe for the Aggies? Probably not. Probably not. LSU traveling to Nashville. They'll leave today. Coach Orgeron was speaking to the media for the final time of game week. We'll have the sound coming up here on Off the Bench. We'll also hear from Sean Payton. Thank you, Danny.
I was wondering why it was going on.
Stalling.
Yeah.
I was stalling. Waiting for the document.
Wait. Ask me how I'm doing.
T, how you feeling?
I'm ready to let it rip it after last night.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Brett Rippon, first starter to get a win with three interceptions.
Since what's that name that it was in here? It's one of the funniest names I've ever heard.
Jim Drunkenmiller.
Yeah. What a perfect name for someone who throws 3 interceptions in their first start. Jim Druckenmiller.
97.
Yeah, man. Shout out. I tried telling you 4 times all conference Mountain West or whatever that conference is. 4 times. From a freshman year on, Brett Rippon. I did not realize Mark Rippon was a Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
In my brain, Mark Rippon was like a journeyman quarterback. So, what do I know? Nothing except for LSU. And we're going to talk LSU Vandy.
Headlines. Here they are on Friday, October 2nd.
Headlines on Off the Bench.
One of the New York tabloids headlines this morning, Gase closed.
I mean, yeah.
It's over, man.
It's been over, but here's the deal. Again, I just have to reinforce this. If you want Trevor Lawrence, you have to keep Adam Gase. If you fire him, the team will win a game. I guarantee it.
Coach Ed Orgeron met with the press for the final time of game week on Thursday afternoon. The Tigers depart today for Nashville as 3-touchdown favorites over Vandy. Here was Orgeron speaking and giving an update on his left tackle and what he looks like going into Nashville.
Well, it looks like Darrell Rosenthal is going to be a game-time situation. I don't know if he's going to play, to be honest with you. If he can, we're going to play him, but he didn't practice today. He said he's feeling better. So Cam's going to go, and obviously that's going to be his first start. And he's playing against some very good defensive linemen, very good pass rushers. We're going to have to be creative, and the things that we do in our protection is all got to be about protection first. But obviously, we still want to get enough people out where we can throw the football. So we're going to see how he does in the game. Be creative, give him some help if we have to. This is going to be a big challenge for our offensive line. Their defensive line is very good.
Yeah, which is another reason why establishing the run, running the ball a bit more early on is going to be so critical to tomorrow. We'll break it down. But, yeah, big opportunity here for Cam Wire. A lot of pressure, but a big opportunity as well. As, that left tackle job, while it's solidified coming out of camp, it's not really solidified going forward from here on out.
Updated the status of All-American cornerback Derek Stingley Jr.
He looked good. As far as I know, he's completely healthy, ready to go. We're going to play him. And obviously, I'll ask him how he feels on Saturday. If he feels like he can go, we're going to start him and let him play.
First road trip of the season for the Tigers. Any concerns for the head coach?
It's going to be different, obviously. There's not many people on the plane. We've taken many tests. I'll tell you, I promise you that. Looks like we're taking a test every day, every other day. So, but I feel comfortable with the AD has put us, has gave us a protocol. Shelly's done a great job. Jack's done a great job. We're always watching out for the best of our players. I think that our players going to follow the proper protocol. We should be fine.
College football a week out of a rematch from last year's Sunbelt title game. Real quick, tomorrow, LSU kickoff, 6:30 on the SEC Network. Eagle 98.1's coverage begins at 1:30 on the LSU flagship. We'll take you all throughout the game. Post-game, remember, post-game will be on social media as well from Don Juan Cigar Bar. Tune in for Whiskey and Wine on the YouTube platform and on Facebook Live.
Hey, and tune in to The Fan Cave. That's right. The Fan Cave.
Named it.
Saturday during the game, watching it on stream. It's a ton of fun. The take board, beers, your takes, my takes. It's great.
Lead into Whiskey and Wine.
Yeah, or like y'all are the post show to The Fan Cave.
We've got the sponsor, so make sure you get out on time.
Uh-huh.
A week out of the rematch from last year's Sunbelt title game, Appalachian State,
You sold
Louisiana Lafayette.
I've
Thursday.
kept my artistic integrity.
Yeah, well, you had your chance, buddy. Thursday, October 7th, that game's going to be postponed due to positive coronavirus tests at Appalachian State. Appalachian State said that all active cases are recovering in isolation, but Chancellor Everett said that the Sunbelt decided to postpone the game. She also sent a message to the Appalachian State community earlier this week announcing the death of one of the students to COVID-19 complications. Appalachian State and Louisiana have played for the Sunbelt Championship each of the last two seasons. App State will play October 14th at Georgia Southern. Louisiana Lafayette's next game is not scheduled until October 17th against Coastal Carolina. We'll keep you updated on that. Try to get in touch with Coach Napier at some point over the next couple of days.
Yeah, really rough break for Coach Nape and UL. And I mean, obviously the real story, I guess, is a student. But we're just looking at it from a sports perspective, whatever. It's just they've been so good. They're locked in right now. You just hope that 2-week break that it's quite the challenge for the coach have. You got to keep the guys focused. You got to keep them ready. And you can't develop any rust during these 2 weeks. And again, when he came on the other day, remember, he did say that the 10-day break was coming at a good time, right? They were a little banged up, want to get some guys back. This would allow them to at least do that.
New Orleans Saints have not lost consecutive games or have lost consecutive games for the first time in 3 years, and Detroit just ended an 11-game losing streak. 11-month losing streak, too.
Yeah.
The matchup of
Patricia!
The matchup of teams with 1-2 records on Sunday at Ford Field may prove to be a big one for the season. Sean Payton was talking about Mike Thomas getting back to work. This is a quick soundbite.
Yeah, I thought he moved around pretty well. We'll see again how he responds today.
Here is Payton talking about the noon start on Sunday.
Yeah, look, I think obviously we're traveling east an hour. That shouldn't be a problem, and we just got to get on. You know, our clocks are kind of set that way relative to how we're practicing right now, so we shouldn't have a problem with that.
Alex Anzalone, linebacker, talked about the mindset of the Saints heading up north.
Yeah, I think that, you know, there is. Obviously, we're not used to a whole lot of losing around here, and, you know, we don't want to lose this game, or any game for that matter. But, this is the most important. Coach was mentioning it after the practice. It's the most important game because it's the next one. And, we approach every game the same and with a similar sense of urgency. And maybe some guys are a little more excited to get the bad taste out of our mouths from last week.
Somebody hit me up on Twitter. I wish I could give credit. I can't remember who it is, though, during the last Saints game. And I've always thought Alex Angeloni looks like Thor, but he actually looks like Lucius Malfoy. So whoever that was, excellent call. Look for it on Sunday. Also, I hate to admit this, but I had no idea that Detroit was east of New Orleans. Is that true? Their Eastern time zone? I thought for sure it was just somewhere like up in the Midwest. Did you do that?
No.
You didn't know that either? Okay, yeah, the general. My guy, 5 stars.
Melvin Gordon.
Did you know that, Musa?
Oh,
Danny?
wow. Musa with the confident nod.
Okay, both these guys,
Yeah,
the young
kinda like,
guys.
you
okay.
idiots.
Hey, chill out, geography nerds, okay?
You morons.
Stick your head in the toilet.
Melvin Gordon sealed the Denver Broncos' first win of the season with a 43-yard touchdown run with 1:48 remaining, and the defense made just enough plays in the fourth quarter to beat the winless New York Jets 37-28 on Thursday night. Brett Rippon, the nephew of 1992 Super Bowl MVP Mark Rippon, became the first quarterback to win in his first start with 3 picks since San Francisco's Jim Druckenmiller accomplished the feat back in 1997. Rippon finished the night 19 of 31 for 242 yards, 2 scores, along with those 3 interceptions. In the NBA, after a quick negotiation, Doc Rivers has reached an agreement on a 5-year deal to become the next head coach of the Philadelphia 76ers. That, according to ESPN on Thursday. Rivers' deal with the Sixers comes only 3 days after he parted ways with the Los Angeles Clippers. It also means he'll return to the Atlantic Division, where he'll be the rival of his former team, the Boston Celtics, whom Rivers won an NBA title with back in 2008. Sources told ESPN on Thursday that one serious possibility to join Rivers' staff is former New Orleans Pelicans head coach Alvin Gentry, who in August was dismissed from the Pelicans. Game 2 of the NBA Finals tonight from the bubble. Los Angeles leads that series a game after Game 1 win versus the Miami Heat.
Yeah, look, Gentry's a great assistant. That hire makes a lot of sense. And it makes a lot of sense that Doc would choose Philly. I mean, if we're being honest about Philly versus New Orleans, is it close? I mean, yeah, sure, New Orleans has Zion, but New Orleans is still a complete rebuilding project. You're in the West, which look at LeBron, look at the Clippers, like just look at the West, right? And then you go to the East, and who you got Embiid and you got Simmons. I mean, come on, it's not really close.
Enough from you.
Unfortunately.
Enough from you.
And the Smoothie King Center, the Smoothie King Center's dead.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Big Z.
I feel like David
Z.
Griffin. I feel like David Griffin called Doc, and it was just like,
Don't take the job?
no. I feel like David Griffin called Doc, and Doc was like, yeah, I'll get back to you. Yeah. Oh no, for sure, I'll get back to you. And
New
then
phone,
just,
who dis?
Yeah, straight to voicemail next time.
Ish.
Text read receipts on. Just.
No read receipt on the second text?
Yeah. Or no. Left him on read. He could see that Doc read it.
That is the worst.
And then just never responded.
You want to hit him back? So are you not going to answer? Hunt Palmer coming up in 15 minutes from the LSU Sports Radio Network. Cole Kublik coming up in the 8 o'clock hour. The D-Generation Dome in the third hour today. The Oddfather struggling. Not sure what's going on with the Oddfather right now. He's still trying to get his feet here
Do you want me
in
to
the 2020 edition of the sports. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Roll
so
up.
here are the standings going into this week's D-Generation Dome. Megan making money after a 3-0 week leads the way by far at 6-3. Remember, this is the same week in which Otter was clowning her for chalk and cheese picks. I am actually in second place after a 2-1 week.
Wow, you sound surprised.
I am. I'm shocked. I'm 3-5-1. Let's go. Mincy continues struggling at 3-6, and Otter, after an 0-3 week where he gave you the Ravens as his mortal lock of the century,
He did.
is now 2-7.
Ouch.
The old salty vet. Maybe it's time for him to get some LASIK. The eye test failing Otter right now.
All right, all coming up here on Off the Bench. We're jam-packed 3 hours, driven and powered every single day by All-Star Toyota.
Off the Bench with Jordy Culotta and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
We are brought to you daily by Go Roof. Remember, online at goroof.com. 927-8300 is the number. And if you're looking for residential, commercial, or repair to your roof today, get in touch with Go Roof. You can get a free roofing inspection today at 927-8300. Free roofing inspection today. Find out online at goroof.com or dial up the boys at 927-8300.
927-8300, goroof.com. It's really easy. Avi says Geaux. Why? Because these guys live in Baton Rouge, okay? They're from here. They love the community. They want to make sure that your roof is done right. And I can't emphasize enough that free roofing inspection. So you don't, there's no upfront traps or anything. You figure out exactly where you stand, and then you make a fully informed decision. So if you have a repair, you have them come out and take a look. In most cases, they get the job done on the same day. Go to Go Roof, 927-8300.
927-8300. Call Go Roof today. A beautiful roof every single time.
Roofs.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Here at the Big Squeezy, we continue to serve the Baton Rouge and Southeast Louisiana areas during these troubling times. We are dedicated to providing you healthy food items to help you live your best life. From our cold-pressed juices to our delicious smoothies, let the Big Squeezy keep you going. Stay active, stay happy, and let us help you stay healthy. Visit us at our locations and also inside of Alexander's and Mathern's grocery stores or online at thebigsqueezy.com.
It's week 1 of prep football season, and we got a full night of coverage starting at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview. Live play-by-play of the Catholic High Bears and the U-High Cubs at 7. And we'll wrap things up tonight with Louisiana Prep Scoreboard from 10 to midnight on YouTube, CST, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Boot up. Willie Wade going to join the conversation at 8 a.m. this morning. Coach Wade will give us a little preview on the Tigers as they start training camp 2 weeks from today, October 14th. LSU will be in the training camp mode, getting ready for the season. We'll talk to Coach Wade, what he knows about his schedule, and a little bit about his team that is uber talented heading into the camp season for college basketball. We were talking a little bit about the D-Generation Dome, and that's going to happen today in hour number 3, just like it does every Friday here on Off the Bench, presented daily by All-Star Toyota. And we were talking about the demise of the Oddfather. It seems like it's happening right in front of our face here in 2020, as he has always been the staple of knowledge for gamblers here in the capital city. Seems like going back over 25 years on Sports Talk Radio. For whatever reason, it seems like this is a low point for the Oddfather, as he's 2-7 right now.
Yep.
Through the first couple of weeks of the D-Generation Dome, and as Musso tipped us off, we were going out of headlines talking about just what is going on with Jimmy Ott. I mean, he's handing out mortal locks. He's handing out locks of the years, where he's giving you the Ravens play against Pat Mahomes.
I mean, that's the
in
main
Kansas
thing.
City.
You can pick against Pat, but you don't make that your mortal lock of the year.
And many would think that would be a low point, right? But as Musso slid into the producer seat yesterday, relieving Brian Haldane on after further review for the Otterlock segment, this is what it sounded like.
Jets, baby. Huh? How about this?
My guy loves the Jets.
Listen, I mean, so they make the move to Simeon. I'm sorry, Ripien. And this guy's a middle-of-the-round pick. He's not like a big high pick that they owe playing time to. It's almost like the T-Law Bowl. Who's jockeying position for the number 1 pick? But here's the thing. Ripien, first-time starter, not even that good. Greg Williams. He's a sympathetic guy as defensive coordinator, huh? He's going to try and cripple this guy. He's going to jet. Give it a jet.
I mean, okay. There's.
Can we play the beginning of that soundbite? Just play the beginning of it one more time.
Jets.
Just keep that as a just as a.
I can't even hate too much. I did try to ride the Jets last week when Adam Gase said hyperdrive and they had 11.5. I thought maybe they could somehow keep it close, but hey, hindsight's 20/20, Otter. But here's the thing: we already knew that Greg Williams sucks. Like, invoking the name of Greg Williams ever is never going to get you brownie points with me. And more so, what he ignored on Ripien was the come up.
Ripien?
Yeah, in the name. Right? I said Ripien all yesterday, too. I mean, what are you going to do? It smelled like Ripien. What he ignored on Ripien, Jordy, was the come up, right? This guy goes from practice squad to active roster to starter. The coaches didn't do that just because they liked him more than Driscoll, because they thought he was cooler. No, they thought he had a chance to be better. And, I mean, you saw it last night. 2 touchdowns, 3 picks, but he gets the win.
Otter Locks, the Godfather, the Oddfather, the D-Generation Dome, 9:30 this morning, must-listen radio. LSU leaves today for Vanderbilt. We let you hear a little bit from Ed Ogeron in the headline segment as he was speaking to the press for the final time on game week. And he was asked a question yesterday. He had some he didn't have a lot of faces in the defensive backfield last week. There's an athlete on the team in Jontre Kirkland who has played both sides of the ball in college. Right now he's on offense at wide receiver. He was asked yesterday if there was a possibility or a scenario where Kirkland could get back on the defensive side.
It's never be off the table. Jontre did it for us already. And it's his senior year. He's worked very hard. Unless we have to do it, I'm going to let him play offense. Now, there may be a situation where we have to do it, and I'm going to talk to him about it, and obviously it's going to be his choice. But right now, we don't feel like we're in a dire need to cross-train him or have him play corner.
Let me just say this. If last week wasn't a dire situation, I can't see a scenario that gets any worse than last Saturday in the defensive backfield for LSU. So if he didn't transition last weekend, I mean, like, it got so bad.
Well, I think you would have to.
I understand, like, going through the practice and, making the change. But it got so bad last week, I thought that they were going to look at a guy like Jontre Kirkland and say, just go give us some snaps. Because Jay Ward can't run. You know, I mean, like,
hurt.
Yeah, guys out there look lost. I mean, Eli Ricks, though he played well at times. I mean, at times he looked like he was looking around. Yeah, no, he had highlights.
Yeah, he had a highlight.
He had highlights.
Yeah. Except going for another highlight is what cost him right for the half. But no, I mean, look, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, you won't see the defensive backfield play worse than you did last week. You just won't, because you're going to get Derek Stingley back. It's going to help protect guys who maybe shouldn't have been on the field for whatever reason. And so it's not going to be as bad. The only thing is, I don't think that you can just ask Kirkland to make that switch mid-game.
Unfair.
I guess you
Very
could.
unfair.
I guess you could. I really would hate for him to have to make the switch at all, given that, like we always talk about, everybody's going after that playing time, and he's worked so hard to get on the offensive side of the ball that it feels like being set back. But okay, well, here, play whatever order you want, and then I want to get into how I feel, like what my message to this team for tomorrow's game would be.
All right, real quick, because I got a couple of new faces that I want to hear him talk on. So I got 2 bites for you, and then get into it. This is B.J. Ojulari's reps tomorrow.
Yeah, I do the rotation, and it's usually with BJ 2-1 with Andre. Andre gets 2 series, he gets 1. But at any point in the series, if Andre would get tired, we can put him in, and then he starts it on cheetah team. So it depends how much cheetah we play. Last week, sometime we played a 3-3 and not enough cheetah, not as much cheetah. And then towards the end of the game, we started playing more cheetah. So it all depends what Mo wants. If we use the spinner package or the cheetah package.
So that's Orgeron speaking about Ojulari, who's one of the decorated freshmen coming in and expected to play a lot here on this defensive front. The other is Baton Rouge native and University High graduate Jaquelin Roy. Where's Roy fit in the defensive line rotation?
Jaquelin Roy. I think Jaquelin Roy is coming. We're going to play him this game. I should have played him last game. I'm in charge of the rotation. I'm going to put him in the rotation, let him play. So we feel like we got 4 interior guys right now that could really go and have some fun out there and keep them fresh.
All right, well, let's see how those young guys do. But, I mean, if I was this LSU team, my message to this team would be to, be the bad guys this weekend, right? So much about last week. You looked insecure. You looked timid. You kind of were never really in a flow. You felt like you were always on the back heel the entire game. It felt like all 60 minutes, for all 4 hours, if we sit there and watch that game, it felt like Mississippi State was dictating to you. And so I want to see the polar opposite this weekend. I want to see LSU be the aggressives. I want to see them be the bullies. Like, if you cannot bully Vanderbilt, who in this league can you bully? They are the ultimate nerds. Okay, so I want you to go out there, and I want this team to play angry. I want them to hit. Last week, they were the ones getting hit. And one of the ways that they're going to do that, and this would be the overall key to the game offensively, is you just have to establish the run. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, and I think it's pretty ironic that we've ended up here considering how many years LSU fans yelled to want to expand the passing game. But if you look last week, in the first half, you called 8 running plays in your 31 snaps, and you were very stilting, very poor. In the second half, that improved to 19 running plays out of 44 snaps, and that's obviously when Brennan and that offense started to hit the rhythm. So remember last year with Burrow, you would throw all the time on first down, right? And it was a lot like what you're seeing in Seattle. Let Russ cook. And it worked out, but you evolved there with Burrow. You didn't necessarily start there. And then you started throwing it more and more because you just realized he could handle it. Right now, you need the opposite of that because Brennan he's not a head chef yet. He's not a head chef yet. He's still on the line. He's maybe in charge of the soup or something, but he's not ready to be that cook yet. Give him some help on first down. Run the ball more on first down. Give him second and manageable to third and manageable, and you will see him have a lot more success. And it's not just Brennan. It helps the offensive line. I don't know a single O-lineman in my life that is a better pass blocker than run blocking. And that's because run blocking is just way easier. Pass blocking is way harder. Nobody makes the league because they're a good run blocker. It's because you can protect the quarterback. So if you want to take pressure not just off your quarterback, but off the line as well, and an inexperienced left tackle and Cam Wire, run the ball. We heard all offseason how running back was the strength of the group, how remember Verge talking about how well they've been running the ball in practice. It's time to go prove that.
Good insight this morning from the big fella. One more from Orgeron speaking about the energy tomorrow in Nashville.
It was the first thing we addressed on Monday. And we graded the loaves extensively. I watched every piece of film I could, identified every loaf, the players that were loafing. I talked to the players. Some players had 10 loaves. And that's not even the standard, not even close to the standard of what we play at. So, but we graded them hard. It was the first game. They need to learn what's the standard. Every player that had loaves ran after practice on Monday for the loaves. I think you're going to see a difference this week.
Good. I mean, that goes hand in hand with the bully thing to me. That is all the intangible stuff that I normally don't like to harp on too much because a lot of times it's not really quantifiable, but like that goes hand in hand with the timidness that you saw last week. So be the aggressor, fly around, no stopping till the whistle. Like don't help anybody up. Like get in little shots like right before the whistle. When they're on the ground, get up off of them. Put your knee on them. Like just be mean tomorrow.
More Off the Bench. Hunt Palmer from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Off the Bench with Kalana and T-Bob.
Brought to you by Central Plumbing Company, 925-8552, online, centralplumbing.org.
That's right, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org. If you are do-it-yourselfer, you can go check out the showroom, Central Plummet Yourself. They have all the parts that you could possibly need for whatever job you're trying to get done. So if you're a do-it-yourselfer, congrats, that's great. I like to try to do it myself. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos, but with plumbing, every time I've tried, I have literally made things worse to the point where one time I just had to end up replacing the entire toilet. And Central Plumbing did that, and it was great. But look, I use them for everything, right? One time I had a drain. The drain was not working, whatever. They come out there, they pull out this thing looked like it was sentient and had a heartbeat. It's a clump of hair like you've never seen. And next thing you know, drain works perfectly. But that's the point. It doesn't matter if the problem's simple, complex, no matter what it is. Central Plumbing is your one-stop plumbing shop. Also, they do sell and install home generators as well if you're looking for that. 925-8552. Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
Tune in Sunday for a full day of NFL coverage starting at noon with the Cowboys and Browns, followed by the Chiefs Patriots at 3:25 and Eagles 49ers at 7:20. Then Monday Night Football as the Packers host the Falcons. The NFL lives on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as a bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her Auctioner primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an Auctioner care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioner Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one, but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
Yo, join us for a TGIF edition of Hanging with Hester and Haney, presented by Richards Honda. We're talking quarterbacks. EJ Manuel, the ACC Network former first-round pick, joins us. Also, Matthew Clayton Flynn hops on to talk SEC quarterback play. Join us on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Will Wade, 8 a.m. here on Off the Bench. We'll talk LSU basketball as the Tigers begin training camp on October 14th. Talented group for Coach Wade here in year 4 as they look to capitalize on the way that they ended last season and see if they can't get a long run into the NCAA tournament. Paul Maneri's group out working out for fall baseball yesterday. Started that and seeing some of the social media coming out. Hunt Palmer is with us every week here on Off the Bench, every Friday, LSU Sports Radio Network. Today he is sporting his Chicago Cubs blue as the Cubbies are down a game in the series to the Miami Marlins. First pitch of Game 2 today at 1 o'clock from the friendly confines. Hunter, how you feeling?
I hope we score. Usually we don't score. So we'll see how that goes. The Twins are catching a lot of pub for losing 18 straight playoff games. The Cubs have lost, I believe, six or seven. Not great.
Okay, so y'all are working on a new curse, right? Start all over again. Let's go.
Thanks, T-Bob.
You had to be feeling like this was going to be a dynasty coming out of 16, huh?
Yeah, we talked about that. They were all superheroes for 15 and 16. Schwarber and Bryant and Rizzo and Baez and you had Lester and Hendricks was coming along, and it just seemed like you were just going to be an unstoppable force. And they kind of caught their stride after a hangover in 17 and won a round of the playoffs. And then after that, they've been pretty pedestrian. And these guys all think they're going to get huge max contracts. And I got news for them: your numbers aren't that great. So we'll see. Got one more chance with this crew before Lester's probably not going to have his option picked up. Chris Bryant's only got 1 year left. They may look to move him. Got to sign either Baez or Contreras. I know everyone wants to talk about Cubs baseball, but see what they can do this weekend. Got to win one game.
I'm not here for the Cubs analysis. I'm here for all the pain that is just thinly veiled underneath your voice.
Yeah.
Hunt, where does this last week rank in terms of your worst sports weeks ever? Considering
I do a lot of radio spots, and I've been asked, most of the time right at the beginning, like, how's it going? I'm like, well, if you want to talk about like the weather in the mornings or like, the fact that I'm getting married pretty soon, like things are pretty good. You want to talk about sports? It sucks.
It is bad. No. What's going on, Hunt? Why? What happened last week in Tiger Stadium from your assessment?
Well, everything. You got out coached, you got out executed, you got out hustled. And you were down, more players than you really imagined. And you picked, none of that. Not one thing was the issue. All those things boiled together. You just got your butt kicked by a team that played way better than you.
Yeah. Do you have faith in Pelini to get it right defensively?
That's one of those things like, I think do I have faith? Yeah, I think he can put a good defense on the field with the talent that LSU's got and his experience. I'm disappointed with the way things looked last week, but I don't know enough about how to, what happens in practice, how losing your number one corner, 15 hours before the game impacts what the rest of the guys can do, how much you can adjust during a game with guys who haven't played. Like, I just don't know. How easy is it to tell those guys who haven't been in those exact positions? Ricks is now the number one. Jay Ward hadn't practiced in 2 weeks. How easy to say, yeah, we got to go zone now. Like, it sounds like a good idea for some moron like me who's never played football to come on and say, yeah, switch it up. But, like, maybe that's hard to do.
Well,
I don't know.
I think it is because I don't think you practice it a lot. But that's where I think the real fault comes in. It is watching a Washington State film and not watching the Washington film where Chris Peterson only rushed 80% of the time over 2 games and held them to, like, 400 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 5 picks. Like, the recipe was out there, and you kind of did the complete inverse. You kind of did exactly what the air raid likes you to do. Which, like, that's the most concerning part to me because that's from a base game planning standpoint. That's not even getting into the lack of adjustments once the game had started.
Right, and, it looked that first third down when they, blitz and Stevens comes up the gut unblocked and, like, decks the quarterback. And I was going, man, that looked familiar. Like, I've seen LSU do that. That looks like, Chad Jones coming right up to shoot. Like, okay, that's a great job. And Pelini's all fired up. I'm going, all right, well done. We're going to blow Mississippi State out as usual. Nope.
It started well. The defense did start well. And that's where the offense, I think, shoulders some blame as well, is the offense had an inability to stay on the field. The defense had an inability to get off the field, and then guys started to get tired. Mississippi State got blood in the water, and it just kind of spiraled out from there.
What'd you think of Brennan?
I thought that there was some good, but overall, I was a little bit disappointed in the way that he looked in the pocket. He just did not look comfortable at all. He looked a little jittery. He missed guys running wide open down the field. He, dropped his eyes and, kind of bailed on some plays. And there were some good throws. I think anytime you can identify a one-on-one with Marshall and throw a ball up in the air, that's good. And he had a couple touchdowns doing that and made some big plays doing that. He made some big plays, moving outside the pocket and throwing down the field. It wasn't all terrible, and it's his first start. And so overall, not a failing grade. I wanted him to look a little bit more comfortable in his fourth year against Mississippi State at home in a quiet environment. I wanted him to look in command, and it just didn't look that way.
I don't want to put you in a spot here, but I said this on Monday, and we were going into the season, and I was one of the ones that was a believer of this, in saying that their top 22 were as good as anyone, but the depth was concerning. After seeing them for 4 quarters, and this is only 4 quarters of evaluation, I wonder how good they really are. After seeing them.
Are you counting Farrell and Logan and Stingley in that top 22? Because they,
even throw those guys in there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying going into the season,
this felt like a huge reality check where we all had to recognize that we were hand waving away a lot of stuff that maybe can't be hand waved away.
Well, one thing, and again, this doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You can do whatever you want in the media, and it. Aside from just coming out and saying, yeah, this team we're playing is terrible and we're going to kill them, like, you don't need to say that. But whatever else you say doesn't really matter. But Orgeron coming out and saying 2 weeks before the game starts, we're so much better on defense than we were at any point last year. I stopped on Hester's show and I said, that cannot be true. It's a virtual impossibility to lose that many pros, and to see what they did down the stretch last year against A&M holding them to 10, against Georgia holding them to essentially nothing, against Oklahoma shutting them down with all that talent and then putting the clamps on Clemson for 8 points in the second half, and then to come out and say because of a camp where you barely practiced and tackled saying, yeah, we're way better. I kind of went, wait a second. You got an axe to grind with the Randa? Like, what's the deal? And obviously that turned out not to be true when you came out on the field on Saturday.
Yeah, those quotes did not age well.
Yeah. Well, that's, when you make those quotes, they don't do any positive for you. At no point was that going to serve a positive. That only sets up for if you have any type of failure, much less an epic failure where you give up statistical.
Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Like the payoff, even if you did go out and dominate defensively, the payoff still kind of like, yeah, I told you so. Because
like
not nearly as impactful.
Like Hunt said, you've got the evidence, you've got the tangible evidence of what they did down the stretch and all the guys that are playing on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's no payoff to that. Have you changed your expectation level? Where is LSU football now?
Somebody asked me, Ben Love yesterday asked me, he goes, does this change the ceiling? And I say, well, it has to, because when you start the season, any ceiling that you've put on a team includes beating Mississippi State at home. So that has to go down at least one. And yeah, that's for sure. But here's the deal, and I said this yesterday on Hester's show. If Orgeron walked directly off the field yesterday into Greg Sankey's office, and Sankey said, all right, over the next 2 weeks, you got to play one at home and one on the road, but who do you want to play? I'll let you play anybody you want. This is probably what you'd pick. You'd probably go play Vanderbilt and play Missouri at home. You might mix Arkansas in, but this is it. You've got essentially 3 practice weeks to get ready for Florida. You got this one, pre-Missouri, pre-Florida. And you got 2 games in there, but you need to go win those games and get ready and get healthy and dial up that execution and be better than you were when you came out against Mississippi State. We'll see.
Is Maneri's facial hair rule going to stick?
Sure. Why not? It's baseball's becoming more of a showman sport, more of a personality sport than it ever was. And we saw last night, Fernando Tatis Jr. He's got hair coming out of the back of his helmet, the front, and he's just bashing home runs and flipping bats. And that's just what baseball is. That's what kids look up to. And, there's a generation there that's not going to think it's great, and I don't see it changing in New York anytime soon with the Yankees. They're not changing it because they're the Yankees and they're going to do things the way they want to do it. But letting kids have some personality, it's not going to hurt you. I mean, if you got guys starting brawls on the field and charging the mound every time they get hit, and you're just totally out of control, we don't need to see that. But if a guy wants to grow a beard in college, fine.
I'm seeing some images coming out from the box. Are you hearing anything? I mean, I'm hearing good things on Dylan Cruz. I'm hearing good things on Jaden Hill.
Well, I mean, Jaden Hill, the TrackMan stuff's going to tell you that. He's throwing 99 miles an hour. That helps. Cruz is going to be a really good bat. Palmineri, I love Palmineri. Got a really good relationship with him. At times, when he's talking to the media, he gets a little bit out over his skis.
Mike Trout comparison?
He's saying Cruz looks like a young Mike. It was like when he said that Landon Marceau looked like a combination between Lang and Nola. I was like, Coach, come on, I think he's good too, but let's wait a second. But yeah, I think that this team's very talented. I'm excited about some of the talent they've brought in on the infield, which is something they needed. You get Will Arnold back healthy. Jordan Thompson comes in. Collier Cranford's a year older and healthier. Will Safford's a guy that Paul Maneri's talked about. I haven't seen much of him, but they needed a talent influx on the infield, and they've brought in a little bit of that. I think the outfield's really got some sticks, and I think Milazzo's good at catcher, and we know how good the staff is, but they needed some talent on the infield. It looks like some of that's come in. They've just got to grow to the positions.
6:30 kickoff means 4:30 pregame on the LSU Sports Radio Network tomorrow at TJ Ribs. As soon as the game goes final, you can check out Hunt Palmer, Brandon Taylor, and Marlon Favorite wherever you catch LSU football around the state of Louisiana and anywhere on the LSU Sports Radio Network. Hunt's with us every Friday on Off the Bench and scattered throughout ESPN Baton Rouge all throughout the week. Have a good weekend, man. Have a good call.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Hunt Palmer is in with us. We'll close out hour one next.
Off the Bench with Kalana and T-Bob.
Daily brought to you here by All-Star Toyota. Remember, online at allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. You can shop all the inventory over there, whether it's brand new car inventory, used and pre-owned, certified inventory. All-Star Toyota, ready for you today. Stop in and check out the showroom. They're on the corner of Goodwood and Airline. Easy to get into the into All-Star Toyota from Goodwood. Easy little entry point there across from a woman's hospital, the old woman's hospital. But great selections in new cars, great selections in pre-owned and certified vehicles. You can lease a car, buy a car. Hell, you can rent a car today from All-Star Toyota. Online, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. I just got my new Toyota Sienna from there. It's excellent. Go in, see all the great deals they got this month at All-Star Toyota. If you need a rent, hit up Miss Lisa Sessions. Rent a vehicle for the weekend. Maybe you don't want to commit to the minivan. You just needed to go on like a road trip, going to Disney or something. They got your back, man. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. They are the best. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Saints coverage, Chiefs, Cowboys, Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday Night Football. From the opening kickoff to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, the NFL lives on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Oh, hey, what's up? It's Big D and Bubba, 100.7 The Tiger Morning Show. We'd love for you to join us every weekday, 4 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah, everything you want in a show. Country music. We got laughs. We got celebrity in-studio guests. We just need you.
Join us every weekday morning, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., right where it all started.
That's right. Louisiana's country station, 100.7 The Tiger.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Phil Steele's with us, the Riot Radio Hours, our guest picker, Jay Ducote. Join us, 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, stick around. We're going to talk to Will Wade here in a couple of minutes, get his thoughts on his squad going into training camp on October 14th. 8:30 this morning, we'll talk to Cole Kublik. Big games in the SEC this weekend. Auburn, Georgia, in between the hedges in Athens. Alabama is going to be hosting Texas A&M. At any point, do you get any return on the $7.5 million that you pay Jimbo Fisher every single year to lead the program? At some point, you would think you would start to get a couple of moments and wins back. This weekend would be a fantastic one for Fisher. Doesn't feel like they're even close, though. T-Bob has an announcement here to close out hour one.
Yeah.
It's been a hell of a run, T.
So I've known this for about a week now. I meant to get to earlier in the week, but I did not. And I know we're talking about in the YouTube chat, but a lot of y'all aren't in there. Share the chat. Get in there. But yes, this is the official announcement that I am sticking to my original guns like I should have from the beginning, and we are retiring the Swamp King. I don't want to act like the loss played no part, because it absolutely did. I think it sapped a lot of the passion that I had for this potential new season, because like the ideas that I had really a lot, like, you know, it predicated on you winning the first 3 games, right? But either way, I knew it last year when it ended. It should have been done. I tried to come up with a better idea of the offseason. I didn't have anything I loved, and then I kind of liked an idea that, you know, instead of building out, build up. But it's just like I said, the loss was more of the straw that broke the camel's back than the main reason. I mean, the main reason is just it's a lot of time, and with the 2 kids now as opposed to 1 last season, it's just really tough to commit like 10 to 15 hours to that each week. So we will do something new, but last week's episode is now officially not canon. I am treating it like the Star Wars holiday special. We will delete it from existence, and we will remember how it ended last year with the Swamp King atop the cast iron throne. So
rest in peace to the Swamp King. Daily, we're brought to you by AccuTemp. Remember about the Tiger tune-up over at AccuTemp tomorrow at halftime during the game. If you text halftime to the number 31996, you'll get half off of your Tiger tune-up from AccuTemp. Remember, AccuTemp is the official provider of AC heating service and HVAC services for LSU. That halftime Tiger tune-up will include things like a clean the outdoor coils. It'll be a update and a tune-up on your air conditioner or your heater. You can check the thermostat. You can calibrate the thermostat. All of this is online at AccuTempBR.com. AccuTempBR.com. Remember the Tiger tune-up tomorrow during halftime of the LSU game. Text halftime 31996 for half off of your Tiger tune-up. That'll run you about $49 where it's regularly about $99.
I mean, dude, if that's not a great deal, I don't know what is. So take advantage. AccuChip's awesome.
All right, couple of minutes here. We're away from talking basketball with LSU head basketball coach Will Wade. So stick around to begin the 8 o'clock hour. We'll also start to preview the college football weekend for you. New Orleans Saints back in action. Remember the third hour today, a lot of gambling talk as the D-Generation Dome will have Megan Making Money back with us this week as Megan Making Money really lapping the field. T-Bob and Sec at the Ottfather. We're checking on a pulse on the Ottfather this morning.
2-7.
You still got that soundbite over there, Musa?
The old man ain't got it anymore.
He had the fire hat on last night, spelling out Jets, 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 Jets on Moscona's Otter Locks yesterday. It was a low moment for the Ottfather. Hopefully he can bounce back in the D-Generation Dome in the third hour today on Off the Bench. Remember, we're powered and driven every single day by All-Star Toyota.
Megan already texted the group. She said she's got some hungry dogs coming this week. So no more chalk and cheese from Meg. Let's see what you got.
Off the Bench with Kalana and T-Bob.
Secure Shredding and Recycling. Remember online, secureshreddingandrecycling.com. One of the top businesses in our areas. LSU grads. Remember Gaines Garrett. You can get in touch with him and Mr. J. Babb this morning if you're looking to shred any documents. In fact, they have mobile shredding available. 10 trucks on the road every single day offering mobile shredding to you. They'll get over to your office, to your house, wherever you may be where you need your documents destructed, and they'll handle that for you in front of your face. Drop-off shredding as well. They have a Louisiana office, a Baton Rouge office, as well as a West Louisiana office. If you need hard drives destroyed, they can handle that for you as well. Online, secureshreddingandrecycling.com.
Secureshreddingrecycling.com. Secureshreddingrecycling.com. Document destruction is a services business. Let the local guys serve you, okay? There's a relationship there. They're LSU grads. They're not some national guys. They're going to give you the best rates, the best service. Like Jordy said, they can pick up, they can destroy on site, they can bring back to their facilities. They have drop-off points. They are there for you and your needs. SecureShreddingRecycling.com.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as a bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
At All Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All Star Toyota today.
This hour is brought to you by Spencer Callahan.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on Friday, October 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see sunny skies with a high of 80. Still to come here on Off the Bench, LSU head basketball coach Will Wade joins us next. SEC Network analyst Cole Kublik stops by at 8:30. Big Fave, Marlon Favorite will be here at 9, and the Yacht Father Jimmy Yacht, Ben Mintz, and Megan Making Money square off at 9:30. Follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch the show live at the 104.5 ESPN YouTube channel. Get inside the Bayou Ford chat, and make sure you subscribe to the Off the Bench and Off the Bench Overtime YouTube channel. Set your notifications. New content is posted daily. Hour number 2 of OTB starts right now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Off and added off the bench, hour 2. OTB powered and driven every day by All-Star Toyota. Online All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. Remember, you can find them there. Showrooms located on the corner of Goodwood and Airline. Hour 2, we'll talk more college football. Cole Kublik going to stop by from the SEC Network. We'll preview the weekend matchups in Athens like Auburn, Georgia, and Tuscaloosa, Texas A&M, Alabama. Over in Nashville, LSU traveling up to take on Vanderbilt. That'll be a 6:30 start on the SEC Network. Eagle 98.1's coverage will start tomorrow at 1:30. We'll have your pregame, all postgame. Remember about the Facebook Live, as T will be there for you through the entire game. We'll have whiskey and wine for you when we get off. Companion show during the live broadcast.
Fan Cave, 104.5. 104.5 YouTube, right where you are right now is where you want to be all game day if you just really want to consume LSU with us all day. Come drink beers, hang out in the Fan Cave.
7:30 this morning, we talked to Hunt Palmer. Remember, all of our sound here on Off the Bench is brought back to you by Carriages of Baton Rouge. Stop in and see Will and the crew this morning. If you're looking for one of those alternate game day logos, game day apparel, they're ready for you over at Carriages. Usually basketball season getting cranked up right now. We're about 2 weeks away, October 14th. The crew will start camp. Early November is usually when the schedule starts. The SEC announced that they had their start date in mind as they're going to start later this year. And all things are set to go from this point moving forward. Coach Will Wade and his crew, we've talked a lot about his basketball team here on Off the Bench and how excited we are about this year's crew. They are absolutely loaded. Just from a selfish standpoint, you hope that basketball season can go through without any distractions or without any suspensions as far as the season goes, with halting play, because LSU, in my opinion, has a real good chance to not only compete for the league, to make a lot of noise deep into March, if that can happen. As we said, they crank up camp on October 14th. We stay booted up here on Off the Bench, and the man, Will Wade, checking in with us this morning. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
Doing well.
What goes into the schedule right now as you're getting prepared for an October 14th camp?
Well, we're able to ramp up a little bit. We normally are in an 8-hour week. Now we're in a 12-hour week. So we're able to basically, what we've been doing now is individual workouts and conditioning, which you guys know I love conditioning, on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we've been doing some abbreviated practices Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We did it Wednesday and Friday this week. and then we're testing every week to make, multiple times a week to make sure, I don't want to do a full team practice if we've got somebody who could possibly be down. So, we've been able to, I've never spent this much time on defense. So we've spent a vast majority of our time on defense. We actually worked on offense yesterday for about the first time in a week and a half because our offense has been so far behind. But I know we'll be able to score points. But our defense looks as good as it's looked since we've been here. We're making a lot of progress defensively, and so I'm very, 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 very pleased with that.
Without going into the X's and O's and too deep into the concept, what will it look like? What will it look like from just a fan walking in, seeing you guys play in person or just turning on the TV? What will the defense look like that will stand out differently?
Well, hopefully we'll be able to see us play in person. That's the hope.
Absolutely.
But, the first thing is we're going to press. So you're going to see some full court pressure, which we haven't done a whole lot of. And I'm telling you, we've got some guys. Jalen Cook, our freshman from Walker, he's the best I've seen at heating the ball up and pressuring the ball since we had Briante Weber when I was at VCU, who's the second all-time in steals in NCAA history. And, Cook can heat the ball up like it's nobody's business.
Wow.
And that's going to – that helps your press. When you've got an individual guy who can do some things like that, it really, really helps. But you'll see some full court pressure, and then you'll see, philosophically, we're going to protect the paint a lot better. We've got to protect the paint. We're going to contest shots better. At the end of the day, the best team in the country last year made 12 threes a game. That's 36 points. How are they going to score the rest of their points if easy layups, paint shots, and free throws? And if you keep them out of the paint, you're going to stop the easy layups and paint shots, and you're going to stop the free throws. Almost all your fouling occurs in the paint. Basically what we do on offense, get that thing in the paint at all costs. And so we're going to protect the paint at absolutely all costs. We're not letting that ball in the paint. And that's something we haven't done a good enough job of. And our guys have done a great job. Trendon Watford has been as vocal as anybody on the court, and it's really, really helped. I'm telling you, the big kid we got, Brian Penn Johnson, sometimes in recruiting you gotta get a little bit, I don't want to use the term lucky. We knew he was very, very good, but he's just got some really, really good substance to him. And, he's played this defense or variations of this defense, and, he's over there on the side teaching kids how to bump and teaching kids what they need to do. And so, he had a goaltending the other day in practice. He got up. So I told him, I said, we're not playing in FIBA. We take the ball off the rim, man. But, he adds an element of rim protection, and Josh LeBlanc back there can protect the rim. And so, I like where we are defensively. We got to get caught up on offense, but we'll do that. We hadn't had any problem scoring points, and I don't think we will this year either.
Yeah, we saw you put so much of a premium on those big guys, whether it was Brian Penn Johnson on the transfer wire or a guy like Josh Gray that you get out of recruiting out of Brooklyn, New York, to get back there and protect the rim. Coach, these freshmen, this freshman class, you mentioned Jalen Cook. You put him alongside guys like Javonte Smart and Trendon Watford. That's really what college basketball coaches are looking for. Darius Days, some veterans. But Cameron Thomas, I just had a quick opportunity to see him putting up a couple of shots a few weeks ago. I didn't understand how athletic he was. I thought he was just a natural scorer, a guy that could set up and knock down shots all day, which he can do. But his athleticism jumps off. Can you describe his game for our listeners?
Yeah, the best way I can say it is, I want to talk about him, and then Imwani Wilkinson is a stud too now. He's going to help us big time. He's
out of Vegas.
Same thing. Yeah, he's the same thing on the wing that Cook is. He can really, really play. But, Cam, the best way I can put it is he's going to hit some of those shots like Tremont used to hit. He can just make everything. But he's much more of a complete player. In practice on Wednesday, he had 6 defensive rebounds. For a guard to get in there, a big guard to get in there and get 6 defensive rebounds, that's huge. That's huge. He'll get in there and stick his nose in there. He can guard, and he's just a very, 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 very smart player. And, I mean, every time he shoots the ball, everybody in the gym thinks it's going in. And so, I mean, he hit a game winner the other day in a scrimmage that, I mean, yeah, you've been in our practice court. He shot it from basically the L in LSU on the practice court. And I mean, didn't even touch the rim. And he's just got unlimited range, but he's an unselfish player. He had 4 assists the other day in practice. He's a complete player, very, very cerebral player, and just knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of different layers to his game that'll overall help us win.
Wow. I mean, Coach, to hear you wax rhapsodic about that, I mean, that's getting me excited, dude. Start the hype train up. Okay, speaking of new faces, there's a football player that could maybe get into the mix, Jordan Tolles. What anything there?
Yeah, he's a really good basketball player. We saw him play with Team Thrill, same program James Bishop came from, and at St. Francis they have a really, really good basketball team. So that's something we've talked about. We're going to get with Coach Raymond and Coach Bush and all that when football season's over and figure out the next steps with that.
Coach, I want to ask you just kind of a philosophical coaching question, right? 'Cause I'm sure everybody's had these games where you think you have a good game plan, you get into the game, the game plan's crap, and you just like straight up get your ass kicked. How do you bounce back? Like how do you approach that next day? How do you bounce back from a performance like that?
Well, it depends on how bad the game plan was. But the first thing you got to do is own it. You got to tell them, like, look, we didn't put you in a position to win. This is on us. And then you've got to go about correcting it. You got to go about finding what went wrong, why it went wrong, and then get back and correct it and ruthlessly, point out the errors and figure out how to get better and how to make it better. So it's that's never fun when that happens. Sometimes you do miscalculate, but we always like to have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. So hopefully that doesn't happen. If we get in the game and plan A is just going awful, then all right, we've got plan B, and plan B doesn't work so well. We've got plan C. But there's some nights, there's usually 1 or 2 nights a year where everything just goes haywire and goes wrong, and unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do about it.
Watching the NBA and the finals game 2 tonight, how much do you anticipate your season to look something like that? Or I hate to ask you a what if, but what do you think the season will look like as you guys get going on New Year's Eve?
I'm hopeful we'll be able to play the conference season at most of the conferences. I'm in the process of trying to finish up our non-conference schedule right now. Hopefully we'll have something in the next week to 10 days where we'll have those, 9 games contracted and figured out. But it's certainly going to be different. I think the biggest thing that I don't want to get into all the COVID stuff, but the rapid testing is by far the biggest thing, because the way it reads right now, if one of your kids tests positive, basically you had to shut your team down for 10 days to 2 weeks.
Wow.
And we've got to get to a point where we can test everybody on the team, get the result back in 15 minutes, and if one of them's positive, you take them out, and the other 13 can play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way we're going to get through a season. If it stays like it is now, where you got to sit guys you're just not going to have enough players.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be, we've got to get to that point with the testing. And if we get to that point with the testing, I don't think we'll have much problem making it through the season.
Do you expect to hear any news on Sharif soon?
Hopeful, yeah. We everything's submitted, and we're hopeful we'll hear something next week. Hopefully, some good news.
Boot up, October 14th.
Yes,
Training
sir.
camp begins December 29th and the 30th. The season starts, and in year 4, Coach Will Wade and the crew are loaded going in. Thank you, Coach. We'll talk soon.
Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.
Thanks
Yes,
so
sir.
much, Coach.
There he is, Coach Will
One
Wade.
thing that I love there, on top of the A plan, B plan, C plan, I like how I love the word ruthless in this situation, right? I hope that LSU attacked this week ruthlessly. I hope they were ruthless with themselves when they watch this film, when they talk about what went wrong. Oh, I love Will Wade. I love Will Wade. I'll always ride with you, Coach Buddha.
Back to football next, showing off the bench.
Off the Bench with Jordy Culotta and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Brought to you by Coy's Diesel. Remember online coysdiesel.com. Saw Coy and the crew this morning on television.
Looking good, dude.
Showing off the staff, man. Remember, they got a great staff over there, whether it's the technicians, whether it's the sales department, whether it's the people at the front desk. They want to make sure that you have a great day and a great experience over at Coy's Diesel. They tell you if you drive a light, medium, or heavy-duty diesel truck, you really don't need to go anywhere else in the city. They can help you out, whether it's Chevy, Dodge, Ford, all of it. They can service and get you back on the road today. In fact, they offer 24-hour roadside assistance. If you're broken down on the side of the road, you need some assistance from Coy's Diesel, all you got to do is log online to coysdiesel.com, and you can get that 24-hour roadside service to you today.
Yeah, that's what I love about Coy's Diesel, right? It's not married to any make or model or company or anything like that. No, it's just married to diesel vehicle needs. So if you have a diesel vehicle, why would you go anywhere else but the guys who have diesel in their name? Shop by partner, like you said, 24/7 emergency roadside assistance, coysdiesel.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast.
It's week 1 of prep football season, and we got a full night of coverage starting at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview. Live play-by-play of the Catholic High Bears and the U-High Cubs at 7. And we'll wrap things up tonight with Louisiana Prep Scoreboard from 10 to midnight on YouTube, CST, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Culotta and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, good stuff from Will Wade. We'll talk to Cole Kublik coming up here in 10 minutes. Cole will give us we'll set the table on the SEC weekend. A really good one in the hedges inside Athens, or inside the hedges over in Athens, Georgia, from Sanford Stadium, as Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs will host Auburn. Gus Malzahn and the Tigers, as Auburn and the Plainsmen make the trip over to Athens, looking for their first win in Georgia for 15 years. It's been 15 years since Auburn, and that's one of the biggest, oldest rivals in college football when you talk about Auburn, Georgia. So that's a good one.
Isn't it the old? Is that what the tagline is? The oldest rivalry?
The Deep South's oldest rivalry.
Okay, there you go. Hell yeah, dude.
We'll talk to Cole about it coming up here in a couple of minutes. Remember, the conversation with Kublik every week is brought to you by Edward Jones, Tex Morris, another former Auburn alum. So we'll talk to Cole coming up here.
They got to be feeling good. They had a nice game against Kentucky. I mean, you got to change after that first half. You're wincing, Moose, so it was nice. Kentucky's good. It looked like Auburn was getting their ass kicked in the trenches in the first half. They got it right. They win by a couple scores. Yeah, it changed everything.
Saved
That's fine.
Auburn in that football game.
That's fine.
Tell you what,
I would have liked to play to save us.
Auburn catches Georgia.
We needed more than a play. They needed more than a play.
Auburn catches Georgia at the right time. I mean, who's the quarterback?
It's going to be JT Daniels. He got cleared earlier. He got cleared on Monday. I mean, it's going to be JT Daniels.
Or will it be the Sigma Chi, Stetson
It's not going
Bennett?
to be.
Stetson Bennett, the killer.
What did Haney call him on postgame? The law office of Stetson Bennett the fourth or something?
Exactly. We'll get into that game more. First, let's dive into a little NFL talk. This Sunday, the Saints, fresh off of losing 2 in a row. This feels like a get-right game. They go to Detroit. They're playing this Lions team. Now, the one thing that sketches me out about the Lions, which is not much because I always trusted Matt Patricia to lose, but I do hate when a team is maybe a little bit better than their record shows.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have won week 1. Granted, against the Bears, so kind of whatever, but like they should be 2-1, arguably. The Packers put it on them, but look, the Saints are a better team. The Saints are a better team, at least on paper. I'm having a bit of a crisis of confidence right now with the Saints defense. I think that if you look like, what's the stat? Last 17 drives, they've only forced 1 punt. Where's Cam Jordan been? Marcus Davenport looked like he was on the road to recovery. Now he has a toe injury added to the list. He missed yesterday. They are saying that the toe injury, though, is more like a tweak, not as maybe not as extreme. So
sweet.
Still holding out hope that he will play Sunday. But the defense has got to get it right. And in my opinion, after reading all the writers and I especially really like an article on New Orleans.football by Nick Underhill where he dives into Cam Jordan's struggles. I think it starts with the secondary, Jordy. I think that while the pass rush has not been what you expected it to, when you look at some of the numbers, it gets interesting, and it shows that secondary is not really forcing the quarterbacks to hold on to the ball long enough. And so if you look at where the Saints produced a lot of times last year, it was obviously when the quarterbacks had to hold on to it for more than 3 seconds, even like 3.5 seconds at times, and the longer they hold on to it, the higher the pass rush success goes up. That just hasn't been the case this year. Now, granted, I mean, how much of that is the quarterbacks you've played, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you played Tom Brady. Derek Carr don't really put in that category, but you played Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Like those
Carr
are guys.
had a great night because of Waller.
Yeah, and he was getting out quick. So
did
credit
you see
to
what
him that
Belichick
night.
did to Waller the next week?
Shut him down.
Shut him down.
Did you
like
see
he wasn't even on the field?
Well, but did you see the tight end killer that the Patriots have? I can't remember his name, but
that linebacker.
They specifically he's kind of a linebacker safety hybrid.
Yeah.
He's 6'4". I think he's like 33
something.
But yeah, he is only on the team to guard tight ends.
So he neutralized Darren Waller. Did Bill Belichick? And I hate to get you off. I'm sorry.
No, go. I'm just saying that pass coverage needs to be better.
Wait to see what the Wizard has for Mahomes in Kansas City this weekend.
Yeah, yes. I mean, that is obviously one of the most exciting games. Pats Chiefs. I mean, you could be looking at. I don't think this is your favorite for the AFC Championship matchup, but absolutely could be, right? Like nobody doubts Belichick when it comes to that, and he's always great at taking away your best things. So what's he going to do against Mahomes? Can he do better than the Chargers did?
Yeah,
the Chargers did great, but I mean, just with the Saints, I think it is that simple. I think while Cam Jordan's still not winning as much, and I just don't know what to put that on. He's being double teamed at a slightly higher rate, but not enough to explain the difference. He doesn't look like physically slower or weak or anything. So sometimes it's almost like a hitter. These things can come in slumps, and then you get hot, and If the secondary gets it right, then the trickle-down effect helps. So ultimately, though, I think this secondary has to prove that they are worthy. And Dennis Allen has to prove, because like they're making really dumb mistakes. Like Coach said, like the play act. How are they killing you on these play action rollouts? Like there's nobody within 10 yards of the receiver a lot of time, but that's just inexcusable.
And the discouraging number from last weekend was the amount of deep passes that they gave up.
Yeah,
the amount of the amount of balls that they allowed over the top of them last week was something that was new.
And
I mean, you hadn't seen that over the last couple of weeks.
And then there's obviously penalties, which you have to clean up. Even though I did you see Emmanuel Sanders feeding the Who Dat Nation all the conspiracy scraps so they could handle? He was on, I can't remember what podcast it was. Sorry, I should be able to credit it, but he was on a podcast, and he was talking about how he's never seen, in all the teams he's been on, he's never seen flags thrown on a team like the ones that get thrown on the state. Not the sheer amount, because people point out he's been on teams that have averaged just as many penalties as the Saints had this year, but the type of flags and when they're called and what they're called on. Emmanuel Sanders feeding the conspiracy wolves, saying that it's BS.
Welcome to South Louisiana, Emmanuel. You'll
what
fit
about
in great.
The spot last week on the 4th and 1, where they just straight up
That was so bad.
I mean, they just straight up tried to give an extra yard and a half.
Awful.
Oh man, craziness. So look, so yes, the secondary has to get it right. If they do, the pass rush will get it right. Defensively, coaching just has to be way better. And then on offense, I think you're good because Mike Thomas comes back. Like, look at how Alvin Kamara is playing.
Yeah.
Once Mike Thomas is back, everything's okay. It's built in his image. And then once he returns, now as a defense, and I guess a lot of this will depend on which Mike Thomas we're getting. How 100% is he? Even 90% is great, though. But who are you going to commit to? You're going to commit to Alvin Kamara? Well, Thomas could. You're going to commit to Thomas? Well, then Alvin Kamara can kill you. So I really hope Mike Thomas' return is strong. I hope that Marcus Davenport's toe is okay and we can finally see him in action. You're hell when you're well, but when have you ever been well? And then, get that secondary. Get Cam Jordan, the heart and soul of this defense. Get him going a little bit. Beat the Lions like you should, and let's right this ship and get a little positivity going in South Louisiana.
All right, Daily here. We're brought to you by All-Star Toyota. Remember, online at allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. You can find them there or stop in and check out the showroom. They are conveniently located where they have been since 2005 on the corner of Goodwood and Airline. Easy entry point into the service department over there on Goodwood. Stop in and see our guy, Tommy Wagaspack, as he and his crew have been there. They've been there now since 7 o'clock this morning. Service and collision over there. Open up at 7, and 8 o'clock the sales department is open over at All-Star Toyota. So they're up and moving for you on this Friday. Get in and stop in and see them, or they are online at All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge. For whatever reason, Todd Jones inside of the Bayou Ford chat app over on YouTube is going through some LSU basketball vintage posters, and he's looking for a couple of names. Todd, the best poster that you'll find of LSU basketball was done in front of TJ Moran's limousine back in 1990-91, where Shaquille O'Neal and that crew was standing with. All of them had assault rifles and handguns.
What?
I'm telling you, you think you could
That
get
is
away?
so not
You think
me.
you
Oh
could get
my
away
God.
with that today? Shaquille O'Neal is standing with an AK-47 in front of a limousine. TJ
Ribs. TJ did this.
TJ Moran provided the limo for the photo shoot. Was actually done inside the Maravich Center. I have this poster in my back room at my house, framed. I mean, this is.
Dude, I got to see a picture of this thing. This sounds
Danny,
incredible.
it should be easy to find on Google, but it looks like Todd is looking for one of these pictures. But I mean, like, it's incredible. TJ Pugh is like hanging out of the front seat, talking on a cell phone with a little pistol in his hand. Clarence Caesar's in the back in a trench coat. They've got smoke coming up from the Maravich Center. I mean, it is one of these posters that you look at in today's modern world and you say, how in the hell did you get away with this in 1990? But it is one of the most fascinating sports posters ever to come out of the campus of LSU. 90, 91. It was Shaq's junior year. It was Shaq's final year on campus. And it is by far. I've got the poster in my house right now as we speak. And so if we can't find one before we log out of here at 10 o'clock, I'll go home and shoot a picture of it and put it into the app. But I got to imagine we can find at least one image of it as before we get out. No? No?
Dude,
All right,
it's kind of
find
tough,
it.
man. I'm
We'll find
striking.
it.
I'm Googling, too. I'm kind of striking out. So I say we put the YouTube chat on it. If somebody can help us find this picture, or if you have proof of it as well. Somebody's saying that it was an insert in Tiger Rag back in the day.
It was.
That's crazy, dude.
It was. It was in Tiger Rag, and it was like it was labeled like Shaq's something crew, and it's on the text of that. It's got bullet holes all through it. I mean, it is. I'm telling you, it is so aggressive, and it is incredible. We'll be back with more Off the Bench. Cole Kublik talking college football next.
Off the Bench with Kalana and T-Bob.
Daily brought to you here on Off the Bench by Donaldsonville Glass and Body, DGBauto.com. Remember, 415 Division Street, as you can get to Donaldsonville Glass and Body today. Been around since 1977. Collision repair, you can get, is the best. If you need collision repair, Donaldsonville Glass and Body, 24-hour towing. They can help you out with oil changes and alignment today as well. Online, DGBauto.com.
DGBauto.com, DGBauto.com, my favorite one-stop car shop for anything and everything you need. Donaldsonville Glass and Body is the best. Like, it can just be an inspection sticker, an oil change, simple, complex. It doesn't matter. Donaldsonville Glass and Body, they do it all. Okay, they got your back. And the best part is, car shops, they can be a little intimidating at times, quite frankly. Like, especially if you don't know what's up, right? And you can get taken advantage of. They're not doing that at DG&B. They don't care about maximizing profit. They care about maximizing satisfaction. So go to DonaldsonvilleGlassandBody.com, DonaldsonvilleGlassandBody.com.
Off the Bench, hanging with Esther and Hanny. After further review and more are all live daily on the 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge YouTube channel. Subscribe now to interact with us inside the live chat driven by Bayou Ford.
$11,000 off MSRP on a new 2020 Ford F-150. Buy a new one for less than a used one. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. And with Bayou to You, free delivery right to your door. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Do you know someone who sets a good example for all of us to follow? Someone who, without being asked, shows leadership, selflessness, and service to their community? We believe that's the definition of a good citizen, and so does Citizens Bank and Trust.
So, if you know someone that sounds like what Jordy was just describing, nominate them to be your good citizen, and they'll have a chance to win $500 from Citizens Bank and Trust. Plus, we'll mention him right here on the show. So go to citizensbankandtrust.com for more details and nominate your good citizen.
Prompt, professional, reliable. If you're looking for a breath of fresh air with your AC and heating needs, call the professionals at Anison Bitter. Anison Bitter, a Rheem Pro partner, keeping your family comfortable for over 25 years.
Coming up on Tuesdays Off the Bench, it's game week, and Coach O stops by to break it down. Plus, Derek Stingley Sr. in his regular Tuesday slot. My man Nick Underhill breaks down the Saints, and a brand new OTB mailbag. Off the Bench, 104.5 ESPN.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, we have tracked down the images of the 1991-92 LSU basketball season guide, Tiger Rag, titled Dunk Mobsters, with Shaquille O'Neal, TJ Pugh, Mike Hansen, Vernell Singleton all on the cover and all strapped. In fact, Vernell Singleton and Shaq are holding assault rifles, while TJ Pugh and Mike Hansen are holding handguns. There's the poster. We have found the poster, and the poster is posted on the YouTube app. I'm telling you, the best sports poster of all time. I still have it hanging.
The smoke in the background.
Cole, do you remember as a kid watching Shaquille O'Neal play for LSU? Were you one of those fans that would go watch Shaq on the road?
Absolutely. I saw him play at the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center, and so. Unfortunately, didn't see the end of that game. But, yeah, Shaq, I was a big Shaq guy when I was a kid. I mean, who didn't want to be – if you were a bigger human, you wanted to be the guy who was bending rims and, ripping backboards off the hinges, busting backboards. I mean, Shaq did everything that every Husky kid in the United States wanted to do when they were growing up.
No doubt. We're talking about a vintage LSU poster. Basketball poster.
Yeah, I heard you guys just describe it, and
it's aggressive.
Unfortunately, I don't think that would fly today.
No, it would not. It would not go in 2020. It wouldn't fly in 2020.
Dunk Mobsters and not Dunk Mafia? I mean, Dunk Mafia sounds so much better.
You want to workshop this 25 years later? Hey, Cole, Auburn has not won between the hedges in 15 years. When I read that, I didn't believe it. Why have they had so much problem in Sanford Stadium?
That's weird. There was a long time that this was sort of a back and forth, and actually it went for a while where I think the visiting team would always win. But then obviously things have changed now. I number one, Georgia's had good football teams. Georgia's always had a ton of talent. I mean, I just think about the defenses that I played against. You had Marcus Stroud, Richard Seymour, Charles Grant, Champ Bailey, Boss Bailey. I mean, you had guys that were perennial NFL players for decades, for years. And, they're always going to have talented players, and then they had some good teams, and it was just one of those weird runs, kind of like Auburn and Baton Rouge right now, where they couldn't find a way to get a win. And there's been some close ones, too. There's been some games that Auburn had opportunities to win and sort of found ways to lose.
So how then are you feeling about this Saturday? I thought Auburn up and down, but I thought they finished really strong against Kentucky, and then I guess Georgia was kind of the same way, right? A very slow start. But how do you feel about this weekend?
I actually feel pretty good about this one, T-Bob. I really like this Auburn defense, and the defensive line is not the strength of the team, but I think you saw Dwan Newkirk and Tyrone Truesdale make some plays inside late. I think they have a fascinating group of linebackers. I think when you look at what Owen Popo is able to do sideline to sideline, I think when you look at KJ Britt, he's sort of that old school downhill thumper of a linebacker. And then you have a Zacoby McClain, who is one of the better football players on the team, but I mean, he's a guy that could be a nickel. He could be, an outside linebacker, but he plays a super physical brand of ball. And then I think the back end is extremely athletic. And so I think Kevin Steele is going to have the opportunity to potentially move guys around, line guys up in different places, cause some confusion and commotion for a group that is still rotating offensive linemen, had issues with bad snaps last week, and doesn't necessarily know who their quarterback is. I think it's a big advantage for Auburn in this game. I think the team that finds a way to run the ball most effectively early is going to win this football game, and I think Auburn has more ways to do it. I think when you look at the creative ways that they can get the ball to Shaun Shivers, how they might be able to utilize an Anthony Schwartz in the run game, I think Bo Nix has better mobility than some people give him credit for. You can utilize some quarterback runs. So I think this new Chad Morris offense can be a little bit more creative to find ways to sneak past a really good Georgia front seven that's also fast, that's also athletic, and maybe gets caught out of position a little bit. So I'm more confident in Auburn than I have been the last few years going to Athens. Actually picked Auburn to win the game. I think it's a low-scoring, close game, but I think Auburn finds a way to win it, and mainly it's because of some of the issues and uncertainties still with that Georgia offense.
What did you make of Georgia offensively last weekend, and does it matter who starts at quarterback tomorrow?
It absolutely matters because I don't think Stetson Bennett is beating a Kevin Steele defense. That's just my opinion. And he did some nice things. He moved around a little bit, made a couple nice throws. But are they going to go a little more shotgun? Are they going to be a little more spread based? You know, are the route schemes a little bit different? Yes, but I mean, it wasn't like we saw with LSU last year as far as some complete overhaul, and they're just a totally different, look and feel as far as how they build their offense. So, and actually, I think if they run it a little bit more the way they ran it late last week, that's advantage Auburn. I mean, the Georgia team that's always been tough to deal with is the one that can go two tight ends and pound you 45 times a game. And then you get David Green or Matt Stafford or DJ Shockley or whoever going play action, and you got George Pickens or A.J. Green or, one of these big receivers downfield or a big tight end over the middle that you can't stop like a Ben Watson or Leonard Pope. That's what's always been tough to deal with. Well, now if you spread things out and don't have a ton of mobility at quarterback, where are your advantages? Especially in this league when you see that each and every week. So you better have some legit skill and a legit trigger man if that's how you're planning on going out and beating people. The advantage Georgia has this year is their defense is fantastic, phenomenal. I thought Jordan Davis and Julian Rochester look good inside. They've got legit edge defenders. But I think that I saw Arkansas find ways to create some space and found ways to steal some yards. And I think Chad Morris might have the opportunity to do the same thing. So the fact that you rotated your right tackle, the fact that you moved your center to right guard, I don't know if that was due to injury. I don't know if that was due to bad snaps because there were a few bad snaps. But, I mean, T-Bob, like I do. I don't like to see a group rotating offensive linemen going into the second game of the season against one of the best defenses you're going to play.
No. I mean, I'm into this, man. You're selling me on this Auburn pick, and I am a confirmed Kirby Smart hater. Nothing would make me happier than him losing a big game like this at home. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. Well, I hate how Georgia consistently gets the benefit of the doubt, despite the fact that I don't know why they get the benefit of the doubt so consistently. They're replacing everybody on offense.
Well, let me ask you this, since you hate Kirby. Why do you think it bothered him so much that Gus referenced them as the most talented team in the league? Because it was pretty obvious the way he responded to it that it pissed him off.
Yeah, that's just like the classic. Like he said, he's just angry because he doesn't want that burden of expectation. He's trying to be the classic coach role. Like, didn't Lou Holtz used to always like crap on his team and try to build up the opponent? I mean, if I was Kirby, I would go the opposite route. I'd be like, yeah, we are. And I would just got to go prove it, blah, blah, blah. But whatever, he get roasted for that. Cole, we got to talk about LSU, man. And you watch all the film. You're actually working this game this weekend as well, but you watch all the film always anyway. What was your opinion of LSU's defensive film last week?
I saw more good than a lot of other people did. There were two things that I noticed. You had some athleticism with that front seven that flashed at times. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to give people some problems. The issue is when you have to face something 60 times and you have success 8 or 9 times, the percentages are so low that people are just not going to notice it. The other thing that I noticed is the amount of contested receptions that Mississippi State had, where you had a defensive back have an opportunity to make a play, and it just didn't go your way. And I think that's something to sort of look at and maybe sort of build towards the future, have some confidence towards the future that, hey, listen, number one, we're not facing this offense again. That's a plus. So we just take the game plan, throw it out, trash it, just get rid of it, burn the tape because we're not going to need it again. However, we had a lot of guys in a position to make a lot of plays, and they didn't or it just didn't go our way. Now, obviously, Costello missed a couple throws too. He had a couple drops. So you can see sort of both sides of that. But I felt good about the fact that you at least had guys contesting a lot of those catches. Now, some of the underneath stuff, you got to find an answer for that. But if you can find a way to sort of build upon that, utilize the guys who flashed in pass rush situations, give them more opportunities to go make plays, you're not going to play that defense very much anymore. You're going to be more 4 down. You're going to give the guys opportunities that made plays to go out there and make more plays. And it's just, to me, it's kind of a one-off. I think that you're going to get your best player back. You're going to get more bodies back on the back end. You're going to have certain guys like a Cordell Flott that's not asked to do the things he was asked to do in that game. So I'm not trashing Coach O, and I'm not trashing Bo Pelini, and I'm not trashing LSU on this game. I mean, they ran into a buzzsaw, and it was ugly. And I'm sure it sucked for LSU fans. But I don't think that means they're going to win 3 games this year. So, offensively, you still went out and put up yards. You did some good things. And defensively, you got to try to find a way to make more adjustments when you need them and find a way to allow more playmakers to make plays.
Cole Kublik will be on the call tomorrow on the SEC Network for LSU Vandy. That'll be a 6:30 start on the network. You can catch that on Eagle 98.1 as well. Cole, Texas A&M's traveling into Tuscaloosa this weekend. How big is this for Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies?
I think it's big, but it's not like they're going to win the game. I'm not even sure they can.
That's right. I agree.
I'm not even sure they can be competitive.
Wow.
And here's the thing. We had this conversation on my show yesterday, and one of the hosts on our show is he's going in pretty good on Texas A&M, and they don't have signature wins, they don't have big wins, and it's kind of like you go down all the losses and of Jimbo's tenure. And there's one in there to Mississippi State, but the other losses are Clemson, Bama, Georgia, LSU, Auburn. I'm like, guys, he ain't losing to North Texas and Vanderbilt. So the problem that I have with this whole A&M thing is you have to measure yourself against yourself first. Mm-hmm. So when people want to talk about A&M maybe being a perennial power, or can they be on LSU's level or A&M or Alabama's level or Florida's level? Like, you got to measure yourself against you first. Like, if I want to be one of the best broadcasters in the country, like, I have to be good against what I'm dealing with every day first before I say I want to be better than Colin Cowherd and Dan Patrick. Like, I can't just immediately start competing with those guys. Like, I got to be the best in Birmingham. I got to be the best on my station. I got to be the best on my show. And then I can start worrying about other things. I got to look in the mirror and make sure that I'm being the best me first. Well, what's the best A&M ever? 12 wins? I mean, I think they've had double-digit wins 3 times in the last 20 years.
11-2 with Manziel? Was that the best?
So, you really have to seek out their best seasons. Like, what's their best team? Like, I think about some of those Quentin Coriat, Wrecking Crew defenses. You bring up the Manziel team. By the way, one of those Manziel teams was average. I think they won 9 games.
Yeah.
I mean, the team that beat Alabama, I think, won 12. So that one was great. Yeah, that was fantastic. But, I mean, now we're talking about a one-off, kind of like we're talking about LSU's defense last week. So I think before we start talking about A&M and beating Alabama, competing Alabama, beating Alabama every year, you have to compete with yourself first. And you got to be the best you first. And they haven't been the best them in a long time.
Sorry, Cole, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I was just going to reinforce your point. Yeah, I mean, the greatest seasons ever, number 5, they were 11-2 in 2012. But after that, it goes back to 1956, 9-0-1, 1939, 11-0, 1919, 10-0, and then in 92 when they went 12-1. But it's been a long time for A&M fans.
So, in my opinion, if we're just going to say that no matter who they're playing, they can be competitive every week, they have to – it's not just about proving it, but you have to become that first. And until you become that, I think a lot of people are going to start wondering if you can ever be that. So I sort of wonder the other side of this. And, I mean, you guys tell me if you think I'm wrong, but, like, why have we put them on a pedestal? Like why?
No, I mean we're on board with that. We have been on board with that.
We agree with that.
Not you two, but I just wonder why nationally or maybe even regionally or just across the league that we have said. I mean, listen, I kind of think of them as like a North Carolina, like Oregon was, 8 or 9 years ago. Like they're a sleeping giant, and I've always thought that the right guy should be able to make that thing go. because you have every resource, every facility. The fan base is as good as any in the country. I mean, hell, it's the biggest fan base in the country. There are a lot of reasons that you should be able to make that thing work every year. But when you've never been that, it's kind of hard to be that. Like I don't remember myself being 245 pounds. So if I'm going to be 245 pounds again, that's going to be a lot of work. That's going to be really hard to be 245 pounds again. I don't really know what that's like. So
you are the best analyst of college football in the country. That's undisputed these days. Cole Kublik's with us every Friday. Thank you, man. Have a great call tomorrow.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, Cole.
Compliments of Tex Morris. We'll close out hour 2 next.
Off the Bench with Kalata and T-Bob.
Brought to you daily here on Off the Bench, just like every single day by Lanois Insurance, LANOIX agency.com, 749-5640. Get in touch with the boys this morning about auto insurance, home insurance, flood insurance, business insurance. Call BG, Randy, or David this morning. LANOIX agency.com, online or 749-5640.
LanoisAgency.com, LanoisAgency.com, LANOIX agency.com. Bundle your home, bundle your auto. If you're a small business owner, you need protection, they got your back. Flood insurance. I don't technically live in a flood zone, like I'm not legally required to have it, but I get it through Lanois, and it's fantastic, man. And they actively work to save me money, right? They've customized a policy for my specific needs, and then I don't even lift a finger, and they call me like, hey, we changed something, we managed to save you a few $100s. That's the customer service you get from Lanois. If you don't have that, get that. LanoisAgency.com.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the JimsFirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the JimsFirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one, but 2 NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as a bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed?
It's week 1 of prep football season, and we got a full night of coverage starting at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview. Live play-by-play of the Catholic High Bears and the U-High Cubs at 7. And we'll wrap things up tonight with Louisiana Prep Scoreboard from 10 to midnight on YouTube, CST, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, what up? Welcome back, OTB. As you can see behind me, it is Casual Friday, which means science has now taken place. We have begun the scientific process. Danny, full screen it real quick for our listeners, please. As we do every Friday, we apply our analytical brains and we objectively and accurately create the best tier list ranking that you can imagine. As you can see this week, we are doing potato chips. It's going to get contentious. The S tier is already starting to shape up. We went around the room. We did our one S tier pick. As we can see, a trend has emerged, one that I happen to agree with. Kettle cooked chips are the premier potato chip, but we have Miss Vicky's jalapeno in there. We have Zapp's Spicy Cajun Crawtator. We've got some Cape Cod sea salt and vinegar. And then we have maybe the most classic chip, kind of like I think of just like, it's just like comfort food to me or something. Or like when you're drunk, you just eat a family-sized bag. We have Doritos in the S tier. And we'll get to the rest of these as well. Give me your S's, your A's, your B's, your C's, your D's. Coming up next hour, talking to Big Fave. Next, Ben Mintz hangs out for an hour. We got the D-Generation Dome. It's going to be a great OTBOT. So come hang out. Let's get ready for this weekend. Football Friday. Stick around.
Off the Bench with Collada and T-Bob.
Go to Ochsner.org today, Ochsner.org. Look, if you get injured, and this doesn't matter, it's an entire listening area, right? So North Shore, you're in New Orleans, you're in Baton Rouge. The facilities at Ochsner are incredible. Me and Jordy actually got to tour the new MRI machine over here at the Grove. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. The new surgical rooms, there's all this technology where they got screens and they can stream it to different rooms. They talk to people over the internet real time. They've got like everything's hanging on these arms to the ceiling so the doctors can move around. It's just like there's no stone left unturned. It's all about maximizing your potential, maximizing your experience if you do have to get operated on. I mean, even down to the paint on the walls is antimicrobial. Copper-infused surfaces, copper-infused blankets, antimicrobial, no stone left unturned. It's not just that, though. You want Ochsner performance training, get bigger, stronger, faster? They got you there as well. So go to Ochsner.org today. That's Ochsner.org.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Hello?
What's up, E? What you doing?
Chilling at the office working. You?
Hanging at the job site. Chilling.
Roof's up?
Hey, Greg, roof up? Roof's up. Roof's up.
Roof's up.
Roof's up?
Roof's up.
Roof's up! Roof's up! Beautiful roof every single time.
True. True.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
This hour is brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. on Friday, October 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see sunny skies with a high of 80. In case you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, go ahead and catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com, brought to you by Carriages. Coming up today on OTBOT, Big Fave, Marlon Favorite joins the show next. The Yacht Father, Jimmy Yacht, Ben Mintz, and Megan Making Money square off at 9:30. Follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Watch us live on the 1045 ESPN YouTube channel. Get inside the Bayou Ford chat and make sure to subscribe to the Off the Bench and Off the Bench Overtime channels. Set your notifications. New content is posted daily. OTBOT starts right now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jordy Collada and T-Bob Hebert. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Welcome back. OTBOT. Third hour kicking off. We got Mincy in studio with the run and grab some coffee. Danny Musso hanging out. We are engaging in science. Give me one more full screen here, Danny, as we break this thing down. We have started to rank our chips. The list is taking shape. We'll get to it more next segment. But you can see it right here if you're watching on 1045 ESPN's YouTube channel. If you're not, get over there, share the stream, like it, whatever, all that stuff. Okay, right now we're going to kick off the hour like we do every Friday. It's Football Friday. So who better to talk to than the most entertaining football player that I have ever played with? A Renaissance man, a singer, an actor, a trainer, everything, a mental coach, a life coach, a sports, one of the most entertaining sports hosts out there, of course. I'm talking Marlon Favorite, Big Fave, at Big Fave 504. Fave, what's happening, man?
Who you think bigger than Fave? I done did it all from balling, recording, even hitting the stage. And them people still up in the days. I drive crazy like them days. Got all them people highly amazed. Man, I'm something like Frankie and Maze. Golden time of the day. Simply because I set the booth on blaze. With the truth from the booth. Well, oh, I'm sorry, T-Bob. I got sidetracked. I had to get my point rolled this morning. What's up,
Yes, sir. Let's go, Big Fave. You catch up with the LSU Sports Radio Network. Him, my guy BT, Brandon Taylor, and Hunt Palmer. They all host pregame, postgame. They get you ready for the game. Fave, before we look forward to tomorrow, we got to talk about last week. To me, the conversation is all about the defense. There's still stuff to fix offensively, absolutely, but we have to start with the defense. You're a defensive player. You have played with Coach Pelini in the past. Like, were you as shocked as I was watching what went down on the defensive side of the ball last week?
I was a bit shocked, T-Bob. I can't lie to you. the initial reaction wasn't what it's going to be now, right? Because I'm like, what's going on? Why aren't we making any adjustments? Why are these young guys man? What is going on? This is not like Coach Pelini. So, like, my initial stuff was like, man, it's been a while since he coached in the SEC, and it's been, obviously our offense, because our offense put up enough points to win, right, despite all of the, Miles Brennan sitting in the pocket like a deer in the headlights, trying to go through his progressions, not running. A couple of miscues, not being able to get the running game, like all that stuff we talked about. But now that the dust has settled, and I'm looking at it from a different eye, got more information.
Okay.
It was, to me, it was just really a lack of personnel. You look at that defensive line, the guys that did have experience like Neil Farrell and a little bit of experience out of Anthony, those guys have been playing in the 3-4 defense. So this is their first time out of, in the COVID, getting with Coach Pelini late, only able to do so much and learning this new defense. And it's like, take off. You can go now. You guys can pin your ears back and go. So, the lack of experience there and in the secondary. So, you're missing Derek Stingley. That took a blow to you initially. And it's just a lot of moving pieces, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, that could have been done better, but the personnel played a major role.
Yeah, and that is clear. Well, I still maintain that I think the scheme and lack of adjustments was the biggest issue. It is everybody had a hand in this. It wasn't just coaching. It wasn't just players. It wasn't just the defense. It was the offense as well. Like, everybody had a hand in creating that bad loss last week. Let's talk about a positive, though, Fave. Like we said, D-line. You played it in college. You played it in the NFL. What did you think about Ali Gay coming off the edge?
Oh, that when we had them backed up into our end zone, and he almost had to pick six. I'm like, this kid is going to be a straight monster. Especially once the season gets going. I figure like by Florida game he'll get it because he does get the concept. And along with Jabril Cox, I thought that was big by him. Those two guys new to this defense, I was super excited about on the defensive side of the ball. But I also looked at going down, how much now that we are in a 4-3, and once they become comfortable in this 4-3, and they know, hey, this is a one-gap scheme. If you're a defensive end to the boundary side, or if you're three-tech to the boundary side, and sometimes you may have a two-way go. So you can be creative, man. I was, again, man, losing to Mississippi State did kind of hit us. But then you look at Mike Leach. You look at Patrick Mahomes, what he was able to do with him. You look at this man is going to throw the ball a gazillion times. It wouldn't have been a good idea for him to throw the ball a gazillion times on our last year team, right? Because there was a healthy Derek Stingley in that game. There was a Christian Fulton. We had Kerry Benson, Grant Delpit. So we lose all of these guys, with the exception of Stingley, to the draft. So I do think once this defense really gets it, understands the benefits of being in a Pelini defense, we'll be okay.
So, and look, I mean, there's nowhere to go but up. I am expecting a massive bounce-back week, but what do you think? What are you looking forward to? Like, what is LSU – what's your main keys that you need to see them do tomorrow, both offensively, defensively, whatever, if they're going to get it right and come away with the win?
Okay, I'll save a special key for tomorrow, but I'll mention a few because I really, me, Brandon, and Hunt, we all have to have one key.
Yeah.
But I have like 5 in my head, so I'll share a few of them. Right now, it's going to be doing more twist games up front on the defensive line.
Okay.
Just giving different looks. It was a lot of straight rush. When we did get a chance to get our D-line going, we had a pass breakup. We had quarterback pressure, sacks, forced fumbles, interceptions. So the deal is there. But we have to be more creative with the personnel we have. Vic Aki, he's not your agile D-lineman like your Rashard Lawrence or Michael Brockers. He's more of a plug-and-play. So a guy like that I would love to see on those 3rd and shorts, those, 1st and 5s, where for sure he's going to clog up that gap. That's more of his strength. Just using more TE games on the end just to give different looks to put out those offensive line. It was a lot of straight rush last week, which I thought that could be improved. Hey, T-Bob, cover 3, zone, baby.
I mean, at least have it in the mix. Like, granted, you can probably, especially with Stingley back, you can probably man up with Vandy, right? Like their offensive weapons are not the most threatening, but like at least I hope now they have it installed or practiced to where they feel comfortable with. They had to go to like quarters coverage or something, they could.
They could, and just I kind of want, and this is here just my message to the coaching staff, and it's not bashing at all because we have an excellent coaching staff. I think it's be comfortable with adapting and adjusting throughout the course of the game because of the personnel. You have a guy in Cardell Slot who his intention was to play nickel the whole week.
Yeah.
He had to go to corner. He was getting torched. He added to that 600 yards. So put him in a better position. We may have to go like a two-man in that situation or cover three, as I mentioned. Another deal, help those youngsters out with the play calls. I think that's the most important part on defense. We do that, our offense is going to come. You know, Miles Brennan, I still believe in him. I still believe that he can get it done. I know, we live in a state where you better perform right now. You don't do it right now, you're in trouble. We not look, especially on that year with the dad. So I think for the folks out here listening right now, I know that was the main ingredient. I know that what really got y'all 600 yards on us. We just won a national championship. No, everybody is new, right? And this is our spring game. That was our spring game. So now that was our, think about it, T-Bob. We do a regular schedule. We play 9 conference games. We jumped straight into that. You heard me? That was
but LSU. But I mean, LSU. We started with tough games before though. I mean, when I was there, we played UNC to start one year, which wasn't the hardest. They weren't that good. But we did start with Oregon and stuff. So like, look, I get it. Normally you would have that warm up game, and it would have been ideal replacing all of these guys. But I mean, you're still more talented than Mississippi State. Right, I mean, you're
more talented than Mississippi State.
You should have won that game. I believe that. People might think that comment sounds crazy right now. I think the season will bear out that I'm correct there. We'll have to wait and see. But look, you know how it is, Fave. Sometimes you got to get slapped in the face to get it right.
Got to get slapped in the face. Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. So we got punched in the mouth, and it was bloody. We didn't lose any teeth. But we definitely got punched in the mouth for sure, and that's okay. Better now than later, So I do believe that. Look, T-Bob, you know this, bro. You were in the war. You were in our war rooms, right?
Yeah.
When we watch film, it get intense.
Yeah, I mean, films like it's actually crazy. I think about it all the time. It's not dissimilar from like an art critique or something. Like you are very exposed up there. You're vulnerable. And it's what Will Wade said earlier today. I hope these guys were ruthless in their film study, both the coaches and the players, and I hope everybody confronted some real uncomfortable truths.
Uncomfortable truths, it is, man. And it's not – my big thing, once I really let the game dissect, I'm like, man, the media was bashing this kid, Miles, and a couple of times he got himself in trouble. But I'm still looking back at the score. I'm like, man, hold on. We scored 34 points. And a Pelini defense. I remember, 07, T-Bob, this was your freshman year. We went the first, 3-4 games not allowing 20 points a game. Right? It was at one point we didn't let teams even get in their red zone. So that type of defense. I was listening to Beckwith on Moscone the other day, and, man, Derry had it right. Everything that he said, it's from the coverage pieces to – the personnel, and, take a kid like Ward. He wasn't even going to dress out.
Yeah, and I just want to be, again, clear about Ward to the public out there. It has come to light that he had just had meniscus surgery like 10 days before or something, or like 2 weeks before. So give my man a break. He was out there playing hurt for the team.
Super duper. T-Bob, your second year, the year we had the best year. We went to the Peach Bowl. It wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Man, that Arkansas game, I told my meniscus.
Yeah.
And I only got 30% of the snaps in the bowl game, and this was 3 weeks after the surgery.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Shelly and Jack and at the time Andy, all of them back there, Dr. Bankston and everybody for having me bounce back to play. But I didn't even get to do nothing with the combine, T-Bob. So that injury is not, it's not the ACL, but shouts out to that kid for playing on out of 10 days. That was big, bro. So we did what we had to do. Yeah.
I agree. Big Fave at Big Fave 504 Fave. Tell everybody where they can find y'all tomorrow. What are your times and everything?
So we're going to be at TJ Ribs tomorrow. Y'all definitely come over there. I had a little smoke plate the other day. Boy, that thing was good. What? So we'll be at TJ Ribs barbecue, TJ Ribs on Acadian Thillway. We're going to start the pregame I want to see at 5:30. So y'all come through with me, BT, and the homie Hunt. And then y'all check out that podcast, Inside the Trenches, wherever that podcast, baby.
Hell yeah. Inside the Trenches, hosted by Big Fave, the man, the myth, the legend. Fave, take it easy, bro. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow, too, Bob. Keep up with the spooky stuff, too, bro. I saw that video, man. We got to get you in some movies, bro.
Hell yeah, Fave. Oh, yeah, spooky season is here. Even though I didn't even get to watch Cabin in the Woods last night. Sucks. All right, when we get back here on all right, Fave, take it easy, bro. When we get back here on OTBOT, Casual Friday tier list, science taking place, and then I already see Mincy. He's got the fire in his eye. Him and Otter are tired of sucking it up with the Degeneration Dome. We're back, baby.
OTB, OT. We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hi, this is Chance Inman, President and Chief Operating Officer for Janney King Gulf Coast. Here are some ways to protect yourself and those around you from the coronavirus. Wash your hands often and thoroughly. Cover coughs and sneezes with your elbow. Disinfect high-touch surfaces regularly. Use non-contact methods for greeting others. And avoid touching your face. Following these steps, as well as social distancing, should help all of us stay healthy.
Janney King, the king of clean.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one, but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for
Yo, join us for a TGIF edition of Hanging with Hester and Haney, presented by Richards Honda. We're talking quarterbacks. EJ Manuel, the ACC Network former first-round pick, joins us. Also, Matthew Clayton Flynn hops on to talk SEC quarterback play. Join us on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with T-Bob Hebert, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Mitzi said he doesn't like ruffles, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Anyway.
Here, get on the mic. Get on the mic. Get on the mic. Vince, we're putting the new LASIK to the test here with the list.
You know I like you, Mitz. That's a fire take, though, man.
Dude, also, Danny, we got to cut that clip of Big Fave's freestyle and so I can send it to Fave. Okay, so it is, we're going to go quick here because we have the Degeneration Dome coming up. We don't want to be too long, but this is our OTB Casual Friday tier list. We are ranking potato chips on this day, and we are scientists. We all have degrees, I believe. We don't need to get into it.
Took a while, but yeah.
Okay, there we go. We all have degrees. So we are scientists. We are beholden to the data, not to your feelings, okay? Facts, not opinions. And we are sitting here ranking the chips right now in our S tier. We have Doritos, Zap Spicy Cajun Crawtator. We got Miss Vicky's Jalapeno. And we got Cape Cod Sea Salt and Vinegar. In the A tier, we got Basic Cheetos, Cheetos Puffs, Cool Ranch Doritos, Funyuns, regular Zaps, Hot on Jalapeno Zaps, Lay's Sour Cream and Onion, and Original Cape Cods. In the B tier, we got Fritos, 2 varieties of Sun Chip, Cheddar Harvest, and Garden Salsa. We got Munchies Cheese Fix in the B tier. And then in C, we got Fritos Flavor Twist, Cheez-Its, Goldfish, Veggie Straws, Classic Lay's, Barbecue Lay's, Chester's Hot Fries, combos, pizza combos, Check Mix. And in the D tier, Zapp's Voodoo. It's garbage. We got Ruffles, which made Musso very upset. He has left the room. He'll be back. But Mincy, want to put Ruffles in there. We got Bugles, never cared for them. Baked Lay's, Gardettos, combos, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, some purple Doritos, Takis, Smart Food popcorn, one other flavor Doritos I don't recognize, chili cheese Fritos, and a flavor of Cheetos that I don't fully recognize. Okay.
Jalapeno Cheetos.
Jalapeno Cheetos. So
and a lot of people are mad in the chat about jalapeno Cheetos.
Why? Mad about jalapeno Cheetos?
They're saying S tier.
Who the hell eats jalapeno Cheetos? Y'all are lying right now. Do
Joey
not.
Canal or whatever.
Joey Canal is our guy. He was in the fan cave last week. Hang out again. T-Fon, I agree. He says Munchies are high-key S tier. I loved Munchies growing up. I just think that our S tier is already full, and I don't feel like I want to replace Munchies with any of those. I would love to find Munchies in the A tier eventually, but I think first this B tier needs some additions. We're going to have to take things out of the A. I think that's the first move that we have to make here. I would vote
Funyuns.
I would vote Funyuns no. Before Funyuns, I would vote Lay's Sour Cream and Onion out the A.
Ooh. Okay, I agree with that.
I just don't like Lay's. They're thin. They're insubstantial. I can't get away from the Pringles commercials where they have. Oh, speaking of which, we should put Pringles on this list. We'll get to that in the break.
Oh, I'm perfect.
Yeah, we need Pringles. But the Pringles commercial, they have the generic Lay's bag. The guy's just like covered in grease. Like that's how it feels, dude. Okay.
Are you there?
Sour Cream and Onion. You're down to the B. I mean, I don't love
move Cape Cod down.
Cape Cod Originals.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I take Zaps over them any day, so that's fine with me. And yeah, I mean, I feel like Ben. I know you have a passion for Funyuns.
I do,
and you put it in the A.
But maybe it's a
would you?
personal
Well,
thing.
would you like to state? Would you like to state your case for Funyuns? Do you have that much of a passion for
I'm
it?
a huge onion. I just like anything onion related. So I mean, people are kind of A lot of people don't like onions.
Yeah.
I love them.
I do love onions.
Love onion. I like the Funyun chips. Anything onion, I'm always pro.
I guess I've just never sought out Funyun chips. Like, yes, I've been
I crave them
drunk
at gas stations
and I
sometimes.
have smashed a bag of Funyuns, but I've never sought them out. So we'll bump them down. Unless, Muso, do you have any strong feelings on Funyuns?
Not
before we
strong.
bump them
I
down?
like Funyuns, not strong feelings. I'm good with that.
Okay. This list is starting to take shape now, boys.
Ruffles.
Anything? Okay, Ruffles, cheddar, and sour cream. When I was a kid, I loved them. I can't see them getting above the C
They
on
didn't
this
age
list.
well. I liked them as a kid too.
Yeah,
They didn't age
isn't that
well.
odd how
It's-
some of that stuff happens?
Yeah, I'm not.
It feels like they got left behind a little bit. Like, I don't know if D, Danny. I might still give him a C. Just put him in the C for now.
And putting those above regular Ruffles?
Okay, so state your case on Ruffles now, Muso, because Ben is the one who buried Ruffles at the bottom of this list. Why is Ben wrong?
I mean, it's a quality potato chip. It goes with a lot of different things. You can dip it in things, and it's still good. It's just it's a classic original chip.
It is good. It is good. I used to eat Ruffles in ketchup, actually.
It's versatile.
It's pretty good. It's
I
like
can't.
it makes sense, dude. It's like a fry. It's like potatoes and ketchup.
D is tough. I mean, I'm not saying it needs to be like A, but I mean C.
It's a tough list. But you know what?
Okay, or let me put it to you this way.
Yeah.
Are something like Goldfish or Frito Twists really better than the original Ruffles chip?
No, I mean that's a good point.
Okay,
that's a good point.
I'm not willing to die on this hill here.
I would flip flavor twist, but I also had a terrible experience with flavor twist where we were leaving Little League football practice. I'm riding my boy in the back seat. We go to the gas station. We get all of our snacks, and he threw up flavor twists all over my stomach. I mean, we're sitting right next to each other, and he pukes, and these were freshly eaten flavor twists, and all I could smell was like barbecue puke all over my groin and stomach. It was terrible. We had to ride the whole way
That's
home.
not great. That's not great.
So I'm fine with him ending up in the D. Okay, that's a great switch there, Muso. I think that was a very scientific move on your part. I'm very proud of you right now.
Ruffles cheddar.
Well, I was actually going to put cheddar in the C and sour cream and onion in the D for Ruffles. I just don't care about. I've never been a sour cream and onion guy though. Never.
Lay's has the superior sour cream and onion chip.
Okay, that's
the
fair.
Zapp's Creole onion are fire too.
I don't think I've ever
Never had
Zapp's
those. They
Creole
sound
onions.
really good. Though. They sound really good.
I mean, the only other changes I would make here, me personally, I would switch Munchies and Cool Ranch Doritos. We put Cool Ranch Doritos in the A.
How
But
you
does
put
anybody
Munchies in the A? I mean, they're good. They're very good.
Does anybody actually have a passion for Doritos Cool Ranch?
I like them.
I like them. I wouldn't say I have a passion. They're the second.
Are
fiddle.
they an A tier? Are they an A tiered potato chip?
I don't know. That's tough. That's a tough question.
They're not.
I'd probably,
The reaction says it all. They're not.
I'm not a ranch guy, so I don't know.
They're
my
not.
opinion's fair.
Danny, anything you say?
It's close. I feel like they're on the same level.
I feel like if you were to lay these 5 bags of chips in the A out in front of me, there would be a 0% chance I would go for the Cool Ranch. If you were to put Munchies in there, I would be conflicted. I don't know where I would go with all 5.
All right, let's flip them.
Let's flip them. All right, I love that. Science continues to win the day.
Is that D category a little too big?
The D category is big. I say we
kick
just
something.
Yeah,
out.
we kick something out for sure. That's a great call, Muso. I love where your head's at today. You're bringing it to the science today.
I say no. That deserves to be shamed.
Muso,
I
really,
want that.
This is one of
in
the odder
D.
parts about today's Casual Friday list is finding out how much Muso hates like smart pop type of stuff. Okay.
That stuff is garbage.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
It's garbage.
Okay, man. We're cool.
Just eat popcorn.
Yeah, we're cool, man. It's all good. Dude.
You're not eating any healthier because you're eating Smart Pop. Just eat the freaking popcorn.
I would say, I mean, we could get rid of baked Lays.
I was gonna say you could say the same thing for baked Lays. In a way.
Nobody
Baked
gives
Lays
a
suck.
damn about baked Lays. Get it out the list, dude.
Wait, where is it?
Right
It's
here.
right
Get it
next
out
to
the
the
list.
Bugles.
Dude.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here, baked Lays.
Honestly, you could get rid of jalapeno Cheetos too.
All right, we got to go to break.
You're gonna trickle.
We got to go. Yeah, I know. I didn't want to
Good.
trigger the people too badly there. Okay, so we got to go to break. We will add Pringles to this list, and we'll see if we missed anything else.
Tostitos. We're gonna add Tostitos.
Well, we'll ask Tostitos. We'll kind of move some things around. We'll see where we land. Coming up next, though, it's time for the Degeneration Dome.
OTB, OT.
Tune in Sunday for a full day of NFL coverage starting at noon with the Cowboys and Browns, followed by the Chiefs Patriots at 3:25 and Eagles 49ers at 7:20. Then Monday Night Football as the Packers host the Falcons. The NFL lives on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Do you know someone who sets a good example for all of us to follow? Someone who, without being asked, shows leadership, selflessness, and service to their community? We believe that's the definition of a good citizen, and so does Citizens Bank and Trust.
So, if you know someone that sounds like what Jordy was just describing, nominate them to be your good citizen, and they'll have a chance to win $500 from Citizens Bank and Trust. Plus, we'll mention him right here on the show. So go to citizensbankandtrust.com for more details and nominate your good citizen.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Do you know the proper way to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in your office? We do. We're Jani-King, a leader in the cleaning industry for over 30 years, and we've developed comprehensive programs to address proper cleaning and disinfection. We have experience in applying disinfecting programs in hospitals, office buildings, schools, and other venues. Now we're ready to help and able to assist customers that need disinfecting services.
Jani-King, the king of clean.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers. Offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
To all of our heroes working on the front lines of this COVID-19 pandemic, your bravery and selflessness represent the very best of us, and we want to say thank you. I'm asking everyone around the state to join me in celebrating the heroism of our healthcare professionals on the 19th of every month at 1900 hours, that's 7 p.m. Write a note of appreciation, make plans to donate to charitable organizations, or say a prayer. To learn more, visit 19thanks.org. Thank you, and God bless.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona inviting you to join us for a Football Friday edition of AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Phil Steele's with us, the Riot Radio Hours, our guest picker, Jay Ducote. Join us, 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with T-Bob Hebert, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Welcome back. OTBOT. T-Bob, Mincy, Danny, and Musso hanging out with you real quick before you get to the Generation Dome. A key change was made in the break. Musso's S-tier choice was voted out. Cape Cod Salt and Vinegar falls to the A. Original Cheetos bumped up to the S. And Tostitos enter in the B category and Original Pringles in the A. I feel like we are right on the edge of locking this list.
Just so wrong.
It
is
looks
what you
so
are.
good.
And we have a segment to get to, so I'm not going to go
We'll lock it
completely
at the
off
end.
on you.
You'll
but
have a chance. You'll
y'all
have a chance. Relax.
Can't even look at y'all
Relax.
right now.
Right now, it's time for the D-Generation Dome. That's right. Every Friday, bring on the 3 biggest gambling degenerates I know, and I make them pick games as it stands currently. Megan making money, standing on top after a 3-0 chalk and cheesy week. She is now 6-3. I'm in second place at 3-5-1. Mincy right behind me at 3-6. And then in dead last, the old man, the guy who gave you the Ravens, is the mortal lock who gave you the Jets last night. We're talking about, there it is. We're talking about the Oddfather 2-7 after an 0-3 week. Otter, defend yourself.
What's up?
What's up, dude? What's up? How are you feeling today?
Man,
Are you
I
shook?
mean-
Are you on the mat? Like, should I start counting you out?
Hell,
1, 2,
yes, I'm
3.
shook. Yes, I'm shook, all right? But we don't give up, baby. We play 60, all right? You can't cash a ticket in the second quarter. And look, on the drive after EJ's first high school football game, they went 41-7. He got in there a pretty good bit, too. And
Oh, yeah.
he goes, and you and Jordy are going through the standing. He goes, Dad, 2-7? Really? 2-7, man. I'm like, yeah, bro. Yes, and I got Megan and Lafayette peacocking all over to make it that much worse. So anyway, I know one thing. I'm staying off of Twitter tonight. I'm not getting ass chewing on Saturday morning again. I know that. So I got one winner.
Megan, as our resident first place after the first perfect week that we've had in the Generation Dome, 3-0 last week. How are you feeling?
Chalk feels good sometimes. I'm not gonna let old Ott get in my head. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, so Megan last week had Pats, Seahawks, and Niners, and man, absolutely right. Okay, let's dive into it this week then. Normally, you know what? I'm going to give you, Megan, since you are the lead dog, you're going to go first in case anybody wants to fade you to try to get any games back. Who you got first overall pick?
All right, so I got a lot of juice, and then I got 2 dogs. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my chalk, just because that's what y'all know me for right now.
Okay.
So I'm taking the Ravens -13, double digits. I'm taking them. So we all saw Monday that the Chiefs just got complete better of that Ravens team. But look, I don't think that they got exposed. I think Mahomes he's Patrick Mahomes. What do you mean? What can we do? But I've learned that this Raven team really plays down when they're playing top tier teams, but they just beat up on these weaker teams, and I don't see Washington, the football team, being top tier. I really think this is a really revenge spot. I mean, look, they were embarrassed, they're mad. I like the Ravens with this 13, and I'm laying it confidently.
Mincy, no, I'm next.
Because you're in second.
Okay,
You're in second. I have a game.
Let's do it. All right. Okay, look, there's only one answer here. I love Bills Mafia. I always have. Josh Allen's on fire. I don't even have to think twice about it. It jumps off the page to me. Give me the Buffalo Bills -3 in Las Vegas. The gambler Josh Allen gets it done. Easy pick.
But I just want to go ahead and jump in and say thanks to Ott for taking heat off me for my 3-6.
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Ott did me a solid.
Misery loves company, especially when that company takes the heat off. And Mincy, who you got first pick?
I'm actually going to back up what Megan said. I'm on the Ravens really big, too.
Okay.
I think it's a great bounce-back spot off a Monday night game where they certainly didn't look good, but the Ravens they war machine bad teams. I mean, they win these games like 41-10 all the time. And if you watch Dwayne Haskins play quarterback last week, I mean, I think he may get pulled for Kyle Allen this week. I don't know how he's going to do anything against Baltimore. And I think Baltimore hammers Washington. That's my first one.
Let's go, Mincy. Let's go.
All right. Too much friendliness in the Degeneration Dome. Otter, redeem yourself. First pick.
That is an angle I like, and Mincy knows it well. High-profile standalone games like Monday night, and who wasn't watching that one? Those two great teams, the last two MVPs, and a team that looks at that bad, and they bounce back, and the teams that look that good are just kind of overinflated. So, yeah, believe it or not, that 13 might be short. But I'm not going to go that way. What I'm going to do is first off, I'm going to eat on Sunday morning going up to Natchez a brisket poblano provolone pinata, okay, from Kalachi Kitchen, because we got to change things up a little bit. We got to change things up too with the Chargers, and how Chargers kind of played that umbrella defense, with Bosa and Ingram, and they can do that with that four-man rush that they have up front. And Tampa Bay, the Tampa Tax, the block punt, Driscoll was horrendous last week. I mean, just awful last week. We're sitting in the VIP in Natchez last week like, God, get him out of there. And they did with Rippon last night. But Chargers, that's just a little bit too high down at the Big Sombrero in Tampa. We're going to go with the Chargers plus the 7 against Tom Brady.
Okay, Chargers plus the 7, fading Brady.
Hopefully Justin Hebert can lead you there.
Okay, next to the list, Megan. You are back up. Who's your second pick of the day?
All right, T-Bob, I'm going to go ahead and go against you. I'm taking the Raiders, plus 3.
Wow.
Look, they came out. They couldn't have had a worse spot last week playing the Pats. Now they go back home where they beat up on our Saints. I think this is going to be a weird spot for the Bills, not to mention anytime you're traveling to Vegas, you got to take account for the Vegas flu and internal clocks just being off. I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders. They're plus 3, but I think they win this game outright.
Okay, there you go. Wow. So money line play from Megan making money, Triple M. Okay, I am up next. Who have the Houston Texans played so far this
Toughest
season?
schedule: Chiefs, Ravens, and Steelers.
I mean, come on, dude. Chiefs, Ravens, Steelers. Are you kidding me? I know Bill O'Brien's a bad GM, but he's not that bad of a coach. I think Deshaun Watson and company's angry. I think they get it fixed. I think the Vikings are garbage. Give me the Houston Texans minus the 3.5 at home against the Vikings. Benny, you're up, boy.
I'm getting on the Joe Burrow train here with my second pick. They're 3-point home favorites against Jacksonville. He's so close to getting his first win. Jacksonville had the fluky win week 1 against Indy. They got outgained over 2-1 in that game, and Minshew's a fun story, but I'm going with Joey B to get his first win. I'm taking Cincinnati minus 3.
Okay, Cincy minus 3. Oddfather, you're up. You bum. What you got?
Saints and Lions, baby, 4.5 on the road in Detroit. Matt Patricia, they've led in every game, and so why won't they lead in this game as well? And it's not going to be long before the teams just come up and kind of crowd Alvin Kamara at the line. Breeze just won't throw the ball downfield. Galladay was back. It was a big deal. That was not a fluke. They did a good job against Arizona, winning that game on the road against a 2-0 Cards. So 4.5 is a big number here on the road. I think the Lions could win it outright plus $1.80.
All right, it's not a bad pick there from the Oddfather. Megan finishes off your final of your 3 picks this week.
All right, last pick, I am taking the Bears plus 3. I have not bet on the Bears all season. They're 3-0. Don't know how, but now they finally got a QB that I like in my boy Nick Foles. Would love to call him his nickname, but I don't know if that's appropriate.
Old Big D. Old Big D Foles.
Yeah. That's my boy.
The old meat man.
So, look, I think this is just – look, the Colts played the Jets last week. We all see how just absolutely garbage the Jets are. And you don't know what old man Rivers you're going to get this game. I'm going to take the Bears. I think they actually win big here, but I'm taking them plus the 3. Don't you know? But I'm Nick Foles. Give me Nick Magic. I like it.
There you go. Nick Magic coming up. Ben, how do you feel about giving that, haven't the Bears burned you nearly every week?
Look, I got nothing to say about Bears games because T-Bob called me out yesterday when I said my record's bad and then just started. I'm not going to make excuses, and I just made a lot of excuses. So I'm just going to say nothing, and that's it.
Okay, Ben. Okay, for my last play of the day, so I'm between 2. And ultimately though, I'm going to go with the chalk here. I kind of like Eagles plus 7. The only thing is I hate Carson Wentz. So I'm not going to roll with him. I'm going to roll with the only guy who can possibly challenge the throne of Pat Mahomes right now, and that is Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. They're on the road at Miami. I don't care. I think they get it done. Give me the Seahawks -6. Ben,
All right,
who you got?
My final pick. I'll tell you, on this front, they love breakfast tacos in Texas, and
Okay.
I'm gonna go hit up Clutchy Kitchen on my way to Magnolia Bluffs and Natchez on Sunday,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna take the Dallas Cowboys laying 4.5 at home against the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland's 2-1, but they beat two bad football teams in Washington and Cincinnati at home, and I don't know that they've got the Baker Mayfield. They're going to score a lot of points to keep up with the Dallas offense.
Look, I don't want you to be wrong here for the competition, but I do want you to be wrong here because there would be nothing that would make me happier than to watch the Cleveland Browns move to 3-1 while sending the Cowboys into a 1-3 tailspin. Ooh, that's a mwah. I would love to see Cowboys fans have to deal with that. Oddfather, close us out. Try to give us one winner this week. We need one. We're looking for one. Not two, not three. I need one. What you got?
Now, Megan, you got 2.5 or 3 in the Bears. What you looking at there, girl?
I got it at 3 beginning of the week, but it's moved. I think all my lines have moved.
Let me see. I am on FanDuel right now. I am looking it up. Talk amongst yourself. Who do you got, Otter?
Okay.
I got 2.5 on FanDuel right now. Bears +2.5. I'm gonna adjust Megan's number. Just so we're all
thanks.
yes. Don't worry.
Thanks.
I'm a benevolent commissioner, Oddfather.
We appreciate that, Nagy. You had the Falcons last week, and so then when we loaded up on the Falcons, you decided to put Nick Foles in there. Appreciate it. Speaking of Nick Foles, you got to try the smoked sausage lunch taco over at Kalachi Kitchen as well. So Arizona bounce back in this one. Arizona, Carolina, boy, check down Charlie was when he turned Teddy D. Man, they just settled for field goal after field goal after field goal. Give us Arizona a little bounce back spot. Kyler Murray threw a few picks and had another one that was dropped by Detroit. So going to go with Arizona in a little bounce back spot, -3.
Okay,
the
Carl's
Kalachi Kitchen
-3.
steam.
Hell
So there
yeah.
you go. I love Megan's Baltimore. I love her Raiders. I can't go with that Chicago, though. You know the Colts. Colts #1 defense, and it's not even close in the NFL.
Really?
So we'll see.
I don't think now. But what offenses have the Colts played? I don't think
Jacksonville, Minnesota, and the Jets.
Okay, well that could be a little bit of inflated numbers potentially there.
Jets,
but
Jets,
look,
Jets.
look, I tried it too, Otter. It kept me from a perfect week last week taking the Jets +11.5. They're bums. I'm not touching Adam Gase with a 10-foot pole. If the Jets want to pick Trevor Lawrence, do not fire Adam Gase. If you fire him, you will win a game.
I'll tell you what, that creep Gaze. I mean, remember his opening press
It
conference?
was a red flag, Otter, and you know this better than anybody. When you ignore red flags, you reap what you sow. What do they say? Don't stick your D in crazy. Well, that's what you did when you stayed with Adam Gase after that presser. He should have been fired on the spot.
I'm not going to Kalachi Kitchen with Adam Gaze. No, bro. That dude's scares me, man. It's creepy.
All right, Megan, at Megan Making Money on Twitter. Check her out on FanDuel. Ben the Destroyer Mint at Ben Mintz 531. Jimmy at Jimmyot 1045. Catch him on Game Time as well. And I'm at T-Bob 53. Picks are in. Otter and Mincy, what do y'all got coming up today?
Oh, man, Mincy's got to get back up. He's first losing week in college football, so he'll have his 5-pack over here. Me and Rohan Davey, talking LSU and college football in hour number 1. Bruce Marshall from the Gold Sheet with his picks. And I had a 4-1 week in college football last week, but nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the Heat.
Humble
Won
brag.
11-1 to win the East. Y'all just want to pound me. And I get it. Deserve it. So, anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that Nick Foles pounding if you're not careful there, Otter. All right, y'all have a great
Megan,
day.
I expect to go to Superior Grill, get some tequila, so I'll expect a good morning tweet from you. So work on that tweeter.
Yeah, Otter. Good luck with your tweeter, man. Maybe Nick can help you out.
At least he can see now. At least he can see the tweets now.
Exactly. All right, y'all take it easy. We got to go. We got to finish off this tier list. You take it to Megan, Otter, Mincy, y'all the best, and we'll wrap up OTOT next.
OTB OT.
Look, it is football season, and remember, I tell you every single fall, Hooters is your headquarters for football. If you can still get into Hooters, they are open. Limited seats available. But if you get in, they have all the wonderful TVs, beers, wings, sports, the Hooters girls, everything you love so much. But if you cannot get in, how about this? Download the Hooters app. When you do, you get a free app, okay? And you can order food right there from the app. It's super simple, easy to check out. They got great deals beyond just the first free appetizer, free food, free drinks. You're having people over for the game. You're watching at home. You don't feel like cooking. Don't cook. Don't think twice. Just go to Hooters.com or get on the app. Get wings to fly. You just show up. You pick them up. You bring them back to your home. You've got delicious, hot Hooters wings tossed in that classic Hooters sauce. And you're happy. And your guests are happy. So Hooters is still your headquarters of football, even in these unprecedented times. So head over to Hooters.com today. Download the app. Get a free app. Go to Hooters, your headquarters of football.
Saints coverage, Chiefs, Cowboys, Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday Night Football. From the opening kickoff to the playoffs and the Super Bowl, the NFL lives on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Hello?
What's up, B? What you doing?
Chilling at the office working. You?
Hanging at the job site. Chilling.
Roof's up?
Hey, Greg, roof up? Roof's up. Roof's up.
Roof's up.
Roof's up?
Roof's up.
Roof's up! Roof's up! Beautiful roof every single time.
True. True.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
This isn't just another day, it's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her Auctioner primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an Auctioner care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioner Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
T-Bob Hebert here with breaking news. Front to Back Boat Services is the shop to upgrade your boat tech this fall. With not one, but two NMEA certified techs, who better to install your Panoptic sonar, your HD displays. You want to see the fish under the water before you even cast? They have that. Trolling motor you could control with your iPhone? They have that. So what are you waiting for? Get into Front to Back Boat Services right now. Upgrade your boat tech. Make your boating dreams come true. Front to Back Boat Services.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is a local bank with a straightforward philosophy.
It's about doing the right thing for our customers.
Participating in our community with annual local fundraisers, offering individual attention in a modern banking atmosphere with a trusted local company. Gulf Coast Bank invested in technology with a local touch, giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime.
We're building relationships through personal service as the bank that cares about you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
At Corbell Toyota in Opelousas, you can get into a RAV4 for $3,000 off MSRP. That's right, $3,000 off MSRP. And we have plenty in stock. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corbell Toyota in Opelousas.
It's week 1 of prep football season, and we got a full night of coverage starting at 6 with Louisiana Prep Preview. Live play-by-play of the Catholic Eye Bears and the U-High Cubs at 7. And we'll wrap things up tonight with Louisiana Prep Scoreboard from 10 to midnight on YouTube, CST, and 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
OTB OT with T-Bob Hebert, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, welcome back, OTBOT, closing out the show. Keep it locked right here on 104.5 ESPN's YouTube channel throughout the day, or wherever you're listening. Just keep it locked right here because it is Football Friday. Mincy and Company's heading straight over to Rufino's. Lock of the week, lock of the week. So a lot of games, just previewing the entire college slate, NFL slate. We have officially locked the OTB Casual Friday tier list. As you can see, science rules the day once again. Fact over feelings. Musso, do you want to say your piece about getting...
I would, because this
so what happened
awful,
here?
Awful decision.
Cape Cod sea salt and vinegar,
the greatest chip ever,
got voted out of the S tier and got replaced by Original Cheetos. I think it's a great move. I think, Danny, you originally suggested it. And me, Mincy.
Danny
Don't try to put the
also-
blame on me.
We were all...
Wait, T-Bob went originally. T-Bob, you were originally.
No, Danny, you're not getting off that easy. Before Danny suggested that, he also said he doesn't even really like nacho cheese Doritos, and they should be moved out of the S tier.
That's ridiculous.
Which is also an awful take.
No,
it's a classic chip, but I would rather get something else.
No, bro, it's amazing. I mean, no. Get the hell. That's a
I was
non-starter.
agreeing with NyQuil is still wide.
No.
He was saying the same thing.
That is a non-starter. The classic Dorito is an amazing potato chip.
Last week, y'all
Or
crapped
snack. I don't
all
know
over
what these
waffle fries, which
Yeah.
was wrong.
I
by
thought
the
that
way,
was
again.
egregious too.
That was
They're
terrible.
all right, dude.
No, they're better than curly
They're
fries.
good. They're good as a medium for sauce and
And
toppings.
now, as if I thought it couldn't get lower than that. Now you are crapping on. I get what you're saying, like, oh, sea salt and vinegar can be overpowering.
Yeah.
Cape Cod has mastered it, though. That's what you don't understand.
Look,
it's a perfect chip.
Obviously, you're like a cop that you can't work the case because it was like
T-Bob,
your
yes.
wife who got murdered. You're too close to this.
T-Bob
You're too
doesn't
close to
like
this, okay?
That's
You're
perfect.
the entire
if I'm
New
the
England
police
region
chief
of the United
I'm like, I'm
States.
taking you
He
off this
can't
case,
stand New
Musso.
England.
Put your badge on the table. You got to go home and cool off for a couple weeks, okay? You're off the case.
Your science code.
Yeah,
Science code.
yes. Science does not care about these emotions that you are espousing right now.
Cape Cod, sea salt and vinegar chips forever.
We did this with democracy, okay? We took a vote, and they lost out. They're in the A tier. How do you think Jordy feels? His S tier gets bumped down every week. Not this week.
Jordy didn't even give us an S tier.
No, I don't think he did actually this week. So it's locked. We will share this right now. Ricky Compton, no, we put Pringles. Oh, that's the other change is made. Pringles are now in the A tier. Tostitos are in the B tier, which I feel like we're really solid for both of those. So, yeah, shout out. Great science, guys. Proud of everybody.
We're gonna trigger a lot of people on Twitter.
Yes. Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, but I love it. I love it.
And what they don't understand is like, we can't help it that we're just objectively right. Yeah. Like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them have good opinions. Okay, like
don't I know it? All three of your opinions are terrible.
Okay. Great show today. Thank you, Musso. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Mincy. Thank you to everybody who stops by the show. Thank you to our wonderful listeners, watchers, how y'all share the show. It really helps us. Like it, share it, hit the bell, all that stuff. Subscribe. Check out the OTB channel. Check out the OTB OT channel. Wow, it's a mouthful, guys. And, yeah, thank y'all so much. I think LSU smokes Vandy this weekend. I'm a little sketched out about Saints Lions.
I am too. I think it's going to be close. So Football Friday, Rufino's 10 to noon with Rohan, Jimmy Ott, and myself. I got to go put on a college shirt.
Hell yeah. So go check him out. It's OTB. Be back Monday.
OTB. OT.
Do you know someone who sets a good example for all of us to follow? Someone who shows leadership, selflessness, and service to their community without being asked? We think that's the definition of a good citizen, and so does Citizens Bank and Trust. If you know someone who exhibits all of these qualifications, nominate them for a Good Citizen Award, and they could receive $500 from Citizens Bank. And we'll recognize them here on the show. Get the details at citizensbankandtrust.com, and then nominate your good citizen.
Richards Honda is constantly looking for smart ways to make things easier for you. So we created our Buy From Home option. It's the easiest, most convenient way to shop for a car, all from the comforts and safety of your own home. Just log on to richardshonda.com, click on the Buy From Home button, and with a few simple steps, your new or pre-owned car will be ready for pickup or delivered right to your door. It's fast, easy, and smart. Try it today at richardshonda.com.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.